What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sisko and Mike Podcast. We got two special guests, man. They've been here before, twice.
Yes.
It was a blast. It was a fucking hilarious time last time. I remember that. You know, you may know them as Joe and Melvin, but now they go as Soul Primos. We got Joe and Melvin joining us.
Yes.
It's good to be here.
Thank
Good
you
to be
very
here.
much. Thank you guys for having us, man.
Fellas, we missed you guys. You know, it's been some time. We've been talking about it again, and
Yes.
we always love just chilling, hanging out, and having some drinks and shit.
Yep.
Yes,
I'm
man.
drinking water for one.
You're dehydrated. You're dehydrated.
water, please, man.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by them, but
You know what? There's something weird about every time you guys coming through that happens to Mike.
He gets Filipino. He looks Filipino a little bit.
that's
dude.
the change ethnicity.
Yeah. You get like thicker.
Thicker.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like thicker in your groin area.
Everywhere, man. You got taller, huh?
I'm allergic to you guys.
Is that why your balls swollen?
Yeah.
All right,
So
let's do it.
that is a good question, though. What is it about these guys that like they just make you feel like? What is
Nah,
it?
because I already know what the fuck we're gonna get into, fool.
What are we
Deep
gonna get into?
shit?
What are we gonna get into? Yeah.
Deep shit.
In trouble? What are you talking about?
Nah, it's just fucking. I don't know. Like I said, ever since that baby bowl story shit,
Baby bull.
The baby boy,
You wrote a bowl. You
Yeah,
wrote
that
a
was a
bowl.
true story.
That's not true.
Every
Wait,
time-
wait, so you're saying there's a difference between having them separately and having them together?
Nah. I think they both individually.
So it's
and
something
together.
about with Joe that you have.
No, I don't know what the fuck.
Joe's the one that told the baby bull
Bro,
story.
first of all, the baby bull story was a real story. It wasn't hard to believe. I just wrote a little baby bull for 20 pesos and I fell down. It wasn't
That's
like
not
a.
what you said.
It
That's not
wasn't
how
a
you said
beautiful
it.
story where I triumphed or it wasn't a big
You
bull.
said you had a cape and you were fucking.
You got to remember, he's a videographer, full cinematic. He builds the scene for you.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
did I say I had a cape?
I remember that clearly, fool. I remember he's like, I grabbed the bull and then I
fucking
tied
rolled
the
that
lasso.
shit.
That's the emotion.
And then I looked at my dad and you just building emotion, fool. You gotta like.
Yeah.
story.
I think you're in love with Joel. That's my personal
Nah,
professional
what the fuck?
opinion.
You're not?
Why would I be in love with you, fool? I've
Why
only
not,
been in love
bro?
once, and it broke my heart.
Wait, what?
What?
You only love once? There it is. That's the episode. You only love once. You only love once,
You see,
puppy?
that's what I'm fucking. Nah, I don't know.
It's
You
already-
only love once,
What's my
papa?
water?
It's already becoming a vulnerable situation here.
Yeah.
The first time I was here, I told all the stories and they were all true. I just said that to open you up because I saw you as a guy.
You
who
shot
was-
through me.
I saw right through you
Mhm.
as a guy who's closed. I saw nothing in you. I wanted to open you up because you're kind of closed off a little bit. You're too masculine.
Yeah, you're a former Marine. You it's just you're built up pure masculinity, and we see right through that, and we just want to unwrap you like an onion slowly, and take a little bites and shit like
They
that. and
cut
put
you
a
up, put
bump.
you on the grill, put you on a
Yeah.
fucking hot dog.
Some oil, some aceite and shit like that. Yeah,
We
that's what
want to
I'm
oil
saying.
you up, baby.
Yeah.
Don't get uncomfortable looking at
We
us.
just want to be
I'm not
real.
cool.
We want you to be real with us.
You know I'm always real, fool. So.
I'm
and
a-
you know what? I love that about you.
Yeah.
I'm a little envious though because you guys bring out a side of him that I can't.
Really?
And we've been friends forever and shit.
Wait, what side
Yeah,
of you?
like-
what side
like-
do you bring out of him?
Like literally right now, like he's just talking. We're talking about him like opening up, and he just said, "I fell in love once in my life."
We hang out with people and they like 10 minutes into us drinking beers, they're just like, yeah, my mom never loved me. And we're just like, what? Well, tell us more. What the
Yes.
hell?
I will say, because I like to think we're pretty open on
Yeah.
how we say very often we say some shit that
Yeah.
we shouldn't say
Yeah.
to anybody else or at all, but
Mm-hmm.
we still share it. And I think people that
I
like
think you
us,
guys are just approachable, fool. You know what I'm
really,
saying?
even Melvin?
Even though this was big, he just gives that like big ass teddy bear vibes. You know.
So you want to hug him, caress
I
him?
don't want to hug him per se, but I'm sure.
But yeah, you're always hugging me fucking off camera.
I don't. You hugged him from the back earlier. Dude. I swear, when it was coming up the stairs, you're like,
Yeah,
hey.
Well, I haven't seen him in a while,
you know when your
fool.
wife or your girlfriend like pays for you and you have to hug her from behind and be like, thanks,
Yeah, yeah.
baby. That's how you hug me.
So he was hugging his knees.
Yeah. Your face is in his ass, man.
Joel.
It's the whiskey, man. Come on, bro.
But that is a good thing, fool. Because I mean, I appreciate that these guys can bring out a side of you that's a little different,
I mean,
and you
no
become
matter what, fool.
vulnerable.
I don't-
Like last time we were talking about like just getting out in the world and just talking about yourself, and it was beautiful to see.
Like
Yeah.
in nature, like a
Yeah.
dinosaur almost.
Yeah, and we always ask you about your love life because we're actually very interested because we care about you.
You know what's funny though, because last time that's right, we're talking about the love life, and we had like a big old conversation with Joe, and
Yeah, I went through the other side. Of there was a layer of fear I couldn't get through, and finding myself a little bit, talking to and fucking looking online and talking to people. I reached through the other barrier, and now I'm in a fucking committed relationship.
Well, I wanted to say it was us because we had a deep conversation after the podcast about your career and your love life and things like that. I was kind of hoping it was us, but
Yeah.
I guess not.
No. Hey, this is why we love you guys, man.
Yeah, let's get fucking real,
You guys are
dog.
borderline gay, but then
Hey,
You guys bring out a side of him that
It's
I've never
true.
seen.
Oh, really?
You know,
Really?
it is because I feel like I can just like you guys are
You
already
just be gay,
talking.
fool?
You guys are already talking shit, so I feel like I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Well, honestly, when we linked up today to come over here, we were both like, dude, I'm fucking excited. Because we really enjoy hanging out with you guys.
Yes,
And you
yes,
guys
yes,
are a good
yes.
time. And
We always talk about you guys. We always talk about POP. We talk about the Kickback Crew out in
fucking Fontana?
Fontana, I think.
No,
Yeah.
Corona or some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like we talked about how certain off the podcast we talked about how certain Latino comedians in reality hate each other. But I think in reality, I think we all love each other.
Yeah.
I think that we don't have a bad word to say about any of us. And yeah, I think I'm really proud of that. I'm very proud of that. Like you guys are actual friends in real life.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Likewise, I really enjoy talking to you guys off camera too, and we've been here for like almost an hour now. We're barely
Yeah.
starting the show, you know.
Yeah.
But just having like normal conversations, and I tell this guy all the time, you know, like I feel like we've built this community, and there's certain people that I become friends with, and obviously you guys are on top of the list as well, man. You guys
Yeah.
are pretty dope, and
Yeah.
I really enjoy talking to you. You know, like we've had some conversations,
Oh, yes.
man, that go deep and just
Yeah.
about family life
Yeah.
in general. And
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, you had a little shindig at your house a couple of months ago, and I was so comfortable, and I love you guys so much that I brought my good friend and I brought my little sister along,
Yeah.
and she just had the time of her life. She had just turned 21, and she's hanging out around grown men, and everyone was so sweet. Your guys' childhood friends were so kind and sweet, and it was such a safe environment. And I'm like, bro, this is how men should be. They should provide a safe environment for everyone around them. And I liked it a lot. I'm very proud that we have cultivated a community like that, I think. Not to sound fucking whack, but like, that's not fucking gay and shit, but like, I'm very...
Talking about gay
Like,
shit.
yeah, the fact that we can bring our younger siblings around, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the younger women in your life. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that, you know what I mean? Because we know people and we have homies that we would not want our younger female family members around
100%. Yeah.
for one reason or another.
And also, I love that you guys, like, I know some people that are a little bit, they're Mexican or Latino, that are a little bit older, and they feel like they have to uphold this image of, like, masculine fucking, oh, you guys are all emotional, like alphas, masculine men don't talk about that shit.
Oh, I hate that fucking...
Yeah.
That's
It's like,
gay.
Yeah, that's like trying way too hard, bro.
That's gay.
I like how we can just talk about anything
Yeah.
and chill, talk about fucking family, life, friends, growing up, anything, and no one's like, hey, bro, that's like pussy shit. It's like, even if we do say that, it's joking around.
Yeah.
It's not like
We're being
how we
facetious.
actually feel and shit.
Yes.
So,
I have a question. You guys say you like us so much.
okay. No, we like Sisko.
Okay.
I
like Cisco.
This just took a word I was turning
No,
No,
I have a question. Y'all see like office and shit. So,
You ignored everything
Nah.
I just said.
Nah.
Wait, so you like me?
so
But how
you wanna,
Wait.
you wanna get to the
Wait.
negatives? Let's get to the negatives.
No, I was gonna say.
Mike's a videographer too. He's setting, he's setting
what
it
the
up.
fuck did you
I got a
what?
question.
Is that a new word and shit? A videographer.
Okay, that is true.
You were saying-
That's
true.
You were saying.
videographer.
We'll
fool.
cut that out. We'll cut that out. You were saying?
I said.
I said.
Making me
praised
feel
us.
insecure, fool.
Why haven't we been on your show?
Oh, well, we haven't had anyone on our show.
We
So,
haven't.
so just so you guys know, we just started a new show called Soul Primos
Yeah.
about earlier this year.
Yes.
And we're starting it from complete scratch. We haven't even hit 1,000 subscribers. We're at like 600 subscribers
Yes.
right now.
Yeah,
We're not
we're
even
not there
monetized.
Also, we've had one guest, Martin Amini, and that was one of the most stressful episodes
Yes.
fucking ever. Just
Yeah, Martin Amini.
going somewhere with equipment and gear
Yeah.
and fucking and then like we only had the studio space for like an
we
hour.
don't have a home base like you guys. Like when I used to have Studio M, that was our home base. It's just like anyone could come at any time, and it was like really easy, really simple. But now we don't have a home base. We're kind of like a nomadic podcast, and we podcast wherever we can. And for that fucking reason, motherfucker, we haven't had you on, motherfucker. And when we're fucking ready, we will. You guys are on the top of the list.
Once we level up, we got like an extra space.
See now
I
I'm
got
pissed
now you're
off.
pissed-
So
yeah,
now
wait.
I'm pissed off.
I got your back, Mike. I got your back. Hey, you guys, I put it in the comments. You guys are always welcome to use the studio for whatever you guys want. So we
did
can
you-
move
do you
shit
mean that,
well,
though?
well, yeah, well,
What are you lying to us?
no, we do.
For a fee of $2.99 an hour.
$3 an hour?
No,
That's not bad. That's not bad.
$2.99.
No, I said you guys are always welcome to do it here. I don't mind. Like I said, we've built this freaking friendship and relationship.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's it's nothing.
For how come? Okay, next time. Okay, how about we shoot Soul Primos here with fucking
Yeah,
you guys?
we'll do
as
some
well?
Alright.
promos, yeah.
We'll switch it around, make it look a little different, and
Yeah.
See, I like you, man. You guys are good people. This is what I'm talking about. You guys always are.
See, so I like this team. You bring up the problem and the negativity and the toxicity, and you find a solution.
Yin and yang, remember?
Yeah. You're yin. Black. You're the black one.
Huh?
But
Bro, you're so dangerous.
You
Bro.
racist?
I know, like, honestly, like, all jokes aside, you could probably, if you wanted to, you could massacre all the men in this room within like a 30-second time frame.
Massacre.
You're fucking massacre. More of a killing. That's what
you can murder all of us if you want to.
I know what it means. It's just the way you said it.
I wasn't saying that. I was trying to define
He said
the
massacre.
word.
Tell him. He doesn't even need to be in this room. He could be 1,000 yards away. Tell him.
Really?
No, I was just telling them in the last podcast, I said,
We're talking about
if they
Trump
wanted to kill
assassination.
Trump, they would have fucking killed him. I said, the motherfucker was 400 yards away and he only graced the ear. Come on, dog.
Yeah, but he's a dumb little white kid.
No,
He's not a fucking trained
Bro,
Marine.
You think he was a plan?
It
You think he
doesn't
was
fucking matter. He had a scope. You're not gonna hit him anywhere in the body.
No, haven't you seen that illustration of the fucking when he was like talking and like the direction of the bullet was right here? Then he looked at the diagram or the graph and then it moved his head so the bullet kind of scraped his ear.
It just so happenly he did.
I mean,
it.
I thought one of the bullets hit the
Killed somebody
That's
else.
what they said.
one of the bullets hit the
Prompter.
and then like a bunch of
Glass.
metal and glass. That's what cut him. That's what I heard.
Well,
They don't even know. They haven't even come out with the real thing. But conspiracies aside.
I will say that the bullet just scraped him a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Like it didn't even hit his
It
ear.
didn't
just
go
like,
through
it got
his
like a
whole-
little.
yeah,
It
just a
barely
little
just
scrape.
popped the veins in his fucking ear.
So it wasn't that really bad of it. It was kind of like a little. I mean, he was bleeding, but it wasn't.
let's be honest.
They're saying that it's fake blood because the hat wasn't full of blood till I don't know. There's all kinds of conspiracies with that shit.
Dude,
Right now.
there's so much fucking controversy
Yeah.
behind the fucking this.
Actually,
Trump
but
assassination.
you may know about this because Mike brought up a point about the camera guy
Huh.
having a shutter speed. Or what were you saying?
You saw. Okay, so it just so happens that 2 days after the fucking attempted assassination, there's already like a mini documentary on ABC, on Hulu, or one of the fucking streaming apps. And in one of those, you're showing a picture, right? It's like, the photographer caught a picture of the bullet as it grazed President Trump's head.
Yeah.
And it's a slow shutter pic.
Uh-huh.
And the bullet, like the shadow of the bullet is like this long.
Uh-huh.
Now, again, you know that it takes to capture a something that's
Emotion
moving
blur?
in motion.
Yeah.
It has to be a super slow shutter. speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that said, if it was in daylight, right?
Yeah.
If you do slow shutter in daylight, what's gonna happen?
It'd be bright as fuck.
Bright as fuck.
Unless you put
Okay,
like the
I'm gonna get there. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
say
there.
this.
Okay, so what's gonna happen if I just take a picture in a slow shutter mode?
overexposed.
Overexposed. And if
Yeah.
you take a 15-second shot in the daylight, what's gonna happen?
15-second, bright as fuck.
White, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically a white fucking background.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were gonna say, what does it take for it to
Unless you have a deep
Adjust-
focus or an ND.
on an ND?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So my question was, how did the photographer know that he was going to capture a bullet? You would have to have the ND filter at the correct ND filter, because there's many ND filters for that exposure, for that shutter speed. I don't know what the shutter speed was for him to capture the bullet fucking this long. It was like a foot and a half, a foot.
Yeah. But I will say this to counteract that. To counteract that. Okay. Let's say he's setting that shutter speed to just, to capture, to not have too much motion blur. But because he's capturing humans, right? Humans are just moving like this, like this, like this. And the bullet went so fast that it fucking left the trail, right? Because it was just moving so much faster than what the photographer was setting his settings to. He was setting settings to capture not much motion blur when people are just moving like talking, right? That's pretty slow compared to a fucking boom, a bullet like that.
Okay, but a bullet just shoots, right?
Yes.
You do a lot of events, and you go travel and do photography, videography, and all that stuff.
Bullets. Yeah.
Or videographer, what did you call it?
I don't know.
Okay,
Fucking Chulies.
if fucking shots rang out, what are you doing, bro?
Me running after the shooter.
Yeah, fucking right. You're gonna duck, bro. Right?
Tackling the shooter down and arresting him by the
Citizens arrest.
Bro, you're gonna fucking duck.
Oh no! I mean,
You're not
Oh
gonna
my
continue to
gosh.
fucking film exposing
Oh my
yourself
God.
to shots.
but wasn't the guy that took a picture like a fucking war journalist, war photojournalist? He was like
Okay,
Ukrainian.
but then when you think about
what
when you
I'm
see the
saying, was
people,
he at war?
yeah, but you
I
see
was
the
tripping
people
on the
behind.
people.
You see the people behind him,
no
right?
reaction.
They didn't have a reaction. They took their phone out and started recording.
That's
they
weird
weren't
too.
afraid.
It's one of two things, fool. We've become desensitized to fucking
Nah, it's not that.
things
It's not,
like
it's
this,
not that.
or that shit was fucking
It's
like
just
people were.
staged. It was staged.
But
fool. It
to
was
have
staged.
that many people stage it, fool, it's too much.
It's
like,
not.
Certain people, yes, I agree.
It's not.
Yeah.
You didn't see that fucking the magicians reveal secrets and shit back in the day.
Yeah, with the
But he did the whole crowd. He did a whole like a bleacher full of people.
Also, when I thought it was so when you see the video of him getting shot at and the people behind him, it seems like he's at this big arena podium.
It's not though.
It's so small.
Yeah.
When you see the overlying shot, the video of the entire, it's such a small event. That's what I'm saying. Like it could very easily be fucking staged. And also, there's a video like moments before it happened where there's like the security guard was like, "Hey, all the photographers to the front, to the front, to the front."
He had
to
a
the front.
GoPro. The guy that took the picture had a GoPro.
Yeah.
They're like, get to the
It's
front
just
of
to
the.
get to the front, like moments before it happened, dog.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And then second, your Secret Service. We talked about this. If right now you get pulled over, right, and a police officer, and you start taking out something that he believes to be a weapon, what's gonna happen to you? You're shot.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You mean to tell me, bro? They're shooting at the president. Secret Service.
Former president.
But
Well,
did he have
he's a
it?
bro,
Did he
yeah,
have
he-
it? Doesn't he not have Secret Service?
He does.
that's what I'm saying. But if you're Secret Service, when you see somebody take out a black object,
The cameramen, all the cameramen that were
you're
there.
not gonna assume that one of these motherfuckers could also be the shooter.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I get it. The cameraman.
You're not gonna let him open up and be like,
It's too much
Yeah.
exposure because a camera can be a weapon.
Oh, you didn't even know
There
it's
is
a camera.
I mean, what I'm saying is, the cameras can be modified. I'm sure they do this shit where it could be a gun. When you shoot, it shoots one bullet, one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's some spy shit,
Yeah.
but let's be real, bro. That shit exists. So if you're Secret Service, bro, you're not gonna fucking no motherfuckers. Whoever's pulling the camera, I'm shooting you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
too much shit now.
Dude, it would have been so like if you were to if he got blasted and he got murdered, for me, I'm like, dude, how crazy would that be? Especially because like the last time was what, JFK assassination on like the shitty
they
Zapruder
tried
film.
Reagan. They
They
tried
tried to kill
Oh
Reagan.
yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And they just fucking tackle that fool.
But
Fucking.
even the Secret Service reacted different there. They got on him and they fucking swarmed
They
him.
fucking swarmed
15
him.
seconds
This is what
later.
I heard. I heard that Trump doesn't have his own Secret Service anymore. Like the people that were there weren't like actual Secret Service. They were just fucking like cops, police, or fucking not his own personal Secret Service. I think because he was like fucking
Proud
something
Boys and
happened
shit?
and he lost that shit.
He lost Secret Service?
Huh?
Because I know that former presidents get assigned Secret
No, but
Service.
I know he did. But then I don't know if it's because he fucking got
But
sent to
running
the jail.
personnel get fucking
No,
Secret Service, fool.
ex-presidents have Secret Service,
No,
but he
I
probably
know.
just fired him and shit.
Okay,
Well,
well,
I
let's
think
say he
it's like
did.
something like maybe the
He's a
fucking
running
got.
candidate, fool. He's gonna have Secret Service.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
That's true too. That's
It's
true.
not just a former president; he's a running candidate,
That's
fool.
true.
Yeah.
So
How would
either
you guys
way,
feel? How would you guys feel if you got murdered, man?
I'd be dead, fool. I wouldn't be able to feel shit.
What?
Oh,
I
You love him that much, Alpha.
you kill yourself.
I said if I was murdered, bro.
I said this on the last episode, and it's gonna sound fucked up, but the first two things happened in my mind, right? One, I was like, please don't let it be a fucking person of color or an immigrant.
Oh yeah.
I was like, if
Oh,
it's
my
that,
God.
fuck. You know, here we go.
Yeah.
As it is, right? Second, and people are gonna fucking talk shit. It was like I was like, well, I wouldn't be mad if he would have got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm honestly, karma's a bitch. You've been fucking talking about murdering people, getting people hung, and killing these people and
Do
these
you
people.
think he would have
this.
become a martyr?
Huh?
Like a martyr?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt. He'd be the face of fucking the
Of-
red state. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So those are my thoughts, and you know, people are gonna be like, you know, like it's people like me that think that way. That's
Look,
fucked up. With
I
the
hate
system.
all politicians, bro.
Same here.
Yeah.
Fuck the
Same
government. Fuck all politicians. They're all fucking pigs and leeches in my fucking eyes. dog.
100%.
That, you know what I'm saying? Like, any motherfucker that wear, like, I was criticizing someone that wore a Trump shirt, and they're like, well, okay, what if someone was wearing a Biden shirt? I'm like, bro, I'd roast them too. They're also a fucking weirdo. Any fucking person that just wears I get it. If you're going to a rally or a fucking a speech, and yeah, wear the merch of whoever you're supporting.
Like a
But if you're
concert and
going to the bar or some shit, and you have a fucking Biden or a Hillary or a fucking Trump or a fucking Reagan or anything, bro, you're a loser, dog. You're a
Yeah.
fucking loser. That's
Yeah.
my opinion, dog.
And first of all, no one's even wearing Biden and shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
It's always been like for the last like decade or so, it's always been mostly like Trump. People that
yeah.
wear like the MAGA stuff, like everywhere.
Even if you wear an Obama shirt, I'd be like, you have to be wearing that ironically. If not,
Yeah.
You know what I think they wear? The MAGA shit? You know what I think they wear?
attention. They want attention.
they want negative attention.
Yeah, they want attention.
They're looking like,
They want to know.
They're looking for beef. They're looking for like,
beef.
yeah, I'm gonna fight for my fucking country. It's just like, bro, you're a loser.
Yeah, if a guy if a guy with a MAGA hat walks into anywhere like a bar or wherever, everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
I seen that shit in Mexico.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, like when I was in Mexico, remember I told you it was one of my no manches when
Yeah.
I was like, when white people go to Mexico and fucking wear a MAGA shirt to like a Mexican dance fucking concert,
what are
and
you
I was
doing,
like,
man?
yeah, bro.
But I'll tell you what, I was in Cabo last year, right? And we took a tour of one of the resorts, and the guy was literally like, "Oh yes, ¿tú votaste por Biden?" Like, yo no voté. Right, I said that, right? And he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, chinga su madre tu presidente." I was like, "What the fuck? This fool works. He's a fucking part of the tour guide." And he's fucking telling me this, and I'm like, "You want me to give you money, fool?"
Just give him money or something?
Yeah, he's like, enjoy the beverages that we have for you guys. Hey, hold up, bro. You voted for Biden? It's like, no, I didn't vote. Yeah, fuck you, dog.
Yeah, literally.
So he was talking shit about Biden?
Yeah, he was talking shit about Biden, and then he said, like, "Fuck America," like, pretty much.
Of
Well,
course.
Damn.
But I'm saying,
I mean,
dude,
everybody hates
everyone
America.
says
Everybody
that
hates
shit.
America.
Yeah.
But I'm saying a tour guide, fool,
It
tracking
goes-
my money.
it
Fuck
goes
it.
back-
Come on.
It goes back to what I told you, fool, earlier. Like us as Americans, when I was in Europe, like they go, we feel fucking entitled.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling entitled at the resort, fool. I mean, I'm
Fool.
gonna say, fool, give me the
No,
fucking,
look at all the,
give me the whiskey, fool.
No, look at
Wait, did you ask for a lot of service and then not tip well? Maybe
Yeah.
that's what he's
Yeah.
like, hey, fuck Biden, fuck you.
Nah.
You
But
still-
it's something that goes on, fool. Did you see a couple months ago, like when Americans were going to Mexican resorts
yeah.
and they had like banda playing and they were
Yeah.
getting mad, fool?
The
They're like, no,
Americans.
they wanted to play Christian music and
Oh,
play
get
like
the fuck
fucking
outta
other shit,
here,
and it's
dude.
like
Oh,
Oh,
Rosarito?
they said they were too loud.
they
and
were
stuff
too
like
loud.
That,
It's like we're trying to listen to this music and they're over here bumping mariachi and banda, and it's like, bro, you're in fucking Mexico, fool.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
entitlement.
it,
It's
you
just
don't
some
go
shit.
to a French restaurant and be like, "What? You guys serve frogs? Ew!" It's just
Yeah.
like, well, then fucking leave, motherfucker. What the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a dangerous time, Doug. It is a
fuck
dangerous
that.
time. And we were talking about it earlier. All this shit makes me fucking insecure in a lot of ways and shit.
What's
Where-
one of your big insecurities?
Well, I talked about it in the previous episode. You know how like the climate right now is making me insecure about white people and being around them. It just makes me feel like they're always on the go, right? But obviously, there's a lot of insecurities that I do have as a man too and shit.
Talk to us about them.
Oh yeah, this is a safe space, right?
Yes.
Talk about it.
All right. So let's get into insecurities. All right.
Well,
So
no,
I'll go
Mike.
first.
Yeah, you go first. You
All
go
right.
first.
I have none, by the way.
So there's
I like that.
there-
I like that a lot,
honestly,
too.
look. There's two things that really like. Well, there's three things actually that really get to me.
Fuck.
Bro, it's
Mike,
a safe space.
Two of them are-
Michael.
Two of them are minor, but
Michelle.
Mike's really been hitting on them like a lot
Ooh.
lately.
Let me see.
Like
Mike.
So my basketball frame, right? My legs. He talks about my legs.
Oh.
He says that I skip leg day a couple of days, like a week, but
For years. I'm saying.
Mike.
but
Have you seen this one with shorts?
Mike.
Yo, why are you saying this shit, bro?
I let myself go, so I'm top heavy. All right.
No, let me see. Let me see your legs. I mean,
So,
no,
I got
go
Captain
like
America
this. Go like
socks right
this.
now.
Go like this. Go like this.
No, take a.
Well, you're both legs. Oh, dude, come on. You got oh, shit. Listen, you too, Mike?
so
Oh,
Damn. Big ass
Mike-
calves.
You
huh?
got
Yeah.
like 2 thighs on each leg, bro. God damn, your fucking calves are huge, bro. Oh my god.
You got Filipino man.
Well, you're racist, fool.
No, man, I just call it how I see it.
Filipinos do got good calves.
Yeah.
They all got really good calves.
I think they're little people, so like
that's
you
true.
gotta
All the,
watch.
all the weights.
Yeah.
put it in.
When you laugh, you look Filipino too.
Oh.
I see what you're saying, Sisko.
Oh yeah. So there's this other thing, and I know there's a lot of guys that suffer of this. This is a real thing. I don't know what the medical clinical term is called,
Elephantitis.
but it's
Oh.
pointy nipples.
Oh shit.
So I don't know.
Pointy nipples?
I don't know if it's happening to you guys. So sometimes I'm wearing t-shirts, and my nipples just be fucking showing.
You should put. You don't put tape on it?
I've done that with certain events,
Yeah.
But like you can't control it. Like I don't know what it is. It's not a. I've looked it up. There's no thing. It's
Some
just,
women like to suck them.
it's true. I mean,
Did I just say that? Yeah, we cut that
Hey,
out.
wait, have you ever gotten your nipples sucked? For real? By when you were having intercourse?
Yes.
Having
Yes.
intercourse.
yes, I have.
And what did you feel?
Nothing else. It felt weird.
Did you
Ejaculation?
feel like maternal?
Yeah.
No, it felt weird. Honestly,
Come here.
honestly,
the milk?
honestly, it felt weird. Like it felt weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was just like a mental thing.
I think I've heard that. I have a friend that it happened to him.
It hasn't happened to you?
No, not to
Okay.
me.
You
But
haven't, you haven't gotten your titty sucked?
Nipples, not titties,
Nipples,
man.
Doug, I know.
Nipple. Titties means he's got boobs. Nipples. Just
Mike,
Yeah.
why does it feel nice to you?
It feels pretty soothing.
Really? Like relaxing?
Look, there's nerves.
Like they're like
nerves, yeah.
they're like playing with.
They twist that shit.
That actually reminds me of a story I read on Reddit where it's just like this woman said like, yeah, I have hairy nipples, right? And I would cut the hair all the time. And then one time there was a hair sticking out and I cut it and I passed out. It sent me into shock and I passed out. And I woke up, I found out it was an exposed nerve ending.
Oh!
And I think about that all the time.
Oh.
Hey,
And you like that shit.
So lesson learned: don't cut fucking. You know, we all get that one hair.
I've got my nipples sucked, and I'll say this, and I liked it a lot. And I don't do it every single time, but there's one time I was having intercourse with the lady that I love, and then she started sucking my nipples, and it felt really good, and I came.
But it was.
So when you have like intimacy with women, you're like, can you suck my?
Yeah, it's like very not masculine at all. Like you're fucking, she's riding you, and you're like,
No, you're like this. You got it
right here.
please suck right here. I'm gonna feel so fucking good when you suck my nipple.
He's like, rub it.
I love this shit. It's like sometimes you gotta pull it. You gotta pull it because you can't reach. You gotta be like,
Now with this was
He's like, that's a nerve ending.
Oh, do you like
Don't pull it. Don't pull it.
I just pass out. Bro, so who's got bigger nipples? You and Mike.
Yeah, apparently he does.
He has bigger nipples. I have darker nipples.
How the fuck you know what my nipples look like?
You
fool?
showed us on the
took
show.
your shirt off
What?
all the
You showed us on the
time.
last
Wait, you had
show.
a tank top before this. Take that shirt off, dog. What the fuck you doing? Make it comfortable, bro.
But yeah, that's a thing. Like sometimes I'm wearing shirts and it just feels awkward. Fool. Like I feel like, and then some of my friends are like, "Is it cold?" I was like, "Fool, why you doing it, dog?"
Cold, I'll make it hot in here, motherfucker. Yeah.
You know how girls wear like those sticky bras?
Yeah.
They used to do that.
I'm all sweaty right here.
Yeah, those shit, I didn't know.
yeah.
That's like a new thing.
I think what you should do, I think a solution is like when you get like pointy nipples, like take a Sharpie and circle it and just cut the fabric out. I think that'd be hot.
It's a white shirt.
Yeah, that'd be dope, dude.
You guys, when you were younger, would you ever get like your nipples so hard and like you're running or something and like the nipples are just rubbing against your shirt?
You know what? I've never had to rash those, but I know
that
the
shit,
feeling.
I happened a couple times. That shit fucking hurts, man.
It
I don't
happened
know.
yesterday at the beach.
You had no shirt on?
No,
happened?
no. I had my shirt. I had a tank top.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm all fucking burned. But I guess the salt from the ocean and the fucking sun, I start feeling my nipples hurting and shit. Like,
You know, like when women,
fuck.
when they're like, when they have milk in their breast, they're just like, oh, I'm leaking.
Yeah.
that was you?
No, I didn't leak, but
Wait, you're leaking?
no, I don't leak. I said it was the
Do
rat.
you guys like breast milk?
Have you ever tasted it?
Yeah.
How was it?
I dated a girl with a baby that just had a baby, and I did, and it was pretty cool.
I second that.
What?
Yeah, dude, just fucking, dude. Don't. Why are you guys so afraid of the
Yeah,
reality of the
haven't.
world?
I haven't. My baby
Wait,
mama.
so you drinking from the source?
I didn't drink it. I just had to help her out because her shit.
And you did that once.
Hey, it's like he's pulling out gas.
Yeah, dude. You did it once.
It was.
Put that shit in your
But
cereal.
You did it once while you were helping your baby mother. I'll just be like,
No, it tastes like fucking. You know when you eat Frosted Flakes
yeah.
and you
It tastes
fucking
sweet and good and
yeah,
healthy.
but it's too sweet food. Like the milk that's left behind after you finish your cereal,
Yeah.
and it's like super sugary.
Oh, you just drink that
Dude,
shit?
you're
No,
gay.
I didn't fucking.
You're
That
fucking
shit's nasty.
You're gay, man.
What the
How do you not enjoy sweet frosted
That's
flakes?
too much food. That's like fucking. You know what that reminded me of when I had COVID and I lost my taste, and my favorite snack at the time was M&M's, the peanuts,
Yeah.
and I was eating them and I couldn't taste nothing but the sugar, and that shit was nasty.
Really?
I couldn't taste the chocolate.
Damn, bro.
You hate chocolate?
Well, I love chocolate.
What else do you hate, Mike?
I don't hate anything.
Wait, we can't skip the insecurities, dog.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I'm good. What's up with you?
Well, okay,
You
I'll
know,
finish,
there is insecurities.
I'll finish my last one.
Yes,
my
you
last
have a
one.
third
my
one.
last
Yes.
So this one's more because of our culture and because of machismo, right? But but the other insecurity is like failing as a man,
Ooh.
I guess you can say. Like not being a protector, not being like a good, man, father, brother, husband,
Yeah.
boyfriend, things like that. Like failing in that sense. Like or not living up to the expectations of others in that sense.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, I guess, but like it's kind of changing, but yeah.
Well, give me an example.
It's still that fool. Like I still feel like sometimes like I need to be a protector. I need to be a provider. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, and I feel like for example, like if I don't succeed in life, my life was a failure.
Yeah. But what is success to you, though?
That's what I was gonna say.
And that's changing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Sometimes like I still tell you, I have a hard time defining what that is.
Yeah.
That and what happiness is, because sometimes, you know, like there are certain things, like there's certain pleasures that I do have and certain pros that I have in my life, and I'm blessed. But sometimes like that definition is skewed. So it's kind of hard to define for me.
But
sometimes.
why do you feel that way, fool? Like, is it your partner making you give you like? Do you feel like you're not living up to her expectations?
No, it's my.
Or is it based on other men? That
it's my insecurity. It's my own insecurity.
Yeah, but you have to compare it to something.
Well, it's my insecurity knowing what I grew up thinking what it was. You know, like for example, we grew up a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And although I was blessed in a sense when I compare myself to other situations, when I was younger, before I met you, we were really poor. So my mindset was always, I gotta make money. I gotta make money. When I got into college at Cal State Fullerton, I was like, I'm gonna be a business major. This is what I have to do. I gotta fucking make money, and that's what's gonna make me fucking successful. That's what success is, right? And even when I got my business, I was fucking working 7 days a week, working fucking long ass hours, and I spiraled out of control. Started drinking, got lost, and then when my dad passed away, it was like, dog, like life is fucking crazy, right? It's unpredictable. So it changed. It was like, nah, like now. Well, being successful in that, like I gotta appreciate this. Fuck what work is, right? I still focus on my work, but I also make time, and I'm also present for a lot of the things in my life.
Yeah.
So
And that's success in itself. I
think and I just want to tell you, as someone, you're older than me. You're older than us, and like that, you're someone that we look up to as how to be a man. I've been to your house, bro. You're successful, dog. You're like a successful motherfucker. You have the dream. You're providing for your woman. You're providing for the children. Like that's someone, like when I think about like, okay, these next chapters in my life, like I want to fucking get a house. I want to get my lady right. I want to start having kids. Like that you're someone that I always think about, and you too. Like you guys are someone that you guys are people that we think about, like how we want to shape the following chapters of our lives. And that's crazy hearing that from you, because it's like, bro, if I had fucking Sisko's fucking situation or Mike's situation, that'd be dope as fuck, fool.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, and I know that when you're in the moment, you can't. When you're in the moment, bro, you're in the moment. But as an outsider perspective, bro, dude, you guys are doing pretty darn fucking good.
Yeah.
I've been to your fucking house, dog. You're doing pretty darn good, man. What are you talking about?
I think it's like the other side of things, you know, because like sometimes, for example, we're talking about the house material things and things like that. But for me, for a while, like I said, I wasn't present in a lot of things.
Mhm.
Like my mind was always,
Yes,
I wasn't living in the moment. I wasn't appreciating. For example, we could be here fucking laughing it up. My mind would be somewhere else, and I wouldn't appreciate this moment, you know? I wouldn't appreciate the friendships.
Yeah.
Like with him, I kind of, for that time, and he knows, he's like, fool, why didn't you come to me? It was like, I even distanced myself from him. So it's like certain situations, and just that alone kind of makes you feel like, okay, like what's the definition of it?
Where would your mind be? Like, what would you be thinking about?
It was just off, bro. I was in my own little bubble.
Yeah.
I was, for example, I really, for a while, like I really got into alcohol. I was drinking during the day. I would show up to meetings fucking drunk.
Yeah.
You know? And it was just, I was hanging around the wrong people. Like, let's go drink, let's go do this, staying up till 4 a.m. every fucking day, going to work at 6 the next day.
Yeah.
So it was like, I would go to events, you know, my daughter's events, and it was like, I was there physically, but mentally I was like checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a quote that always helps me was just like, we're living in moments that we used to pray for. Every time I think of that, it recalibrates me, because I'm just like, when I get fucking stressed, or even with the studio, like dissolving it and selling everything, and with the podcast, like I used to dream when I was a younger man, like I used to dream about like, one day I want to have my podcast, and I want to have like a fan base and a community, and I want to be able to drive everywhere. I want a girl, and I want this and I want that. And then now, like it's the stresses of current life stress you out so much that you forget that like you're living a younger version's you's dream. A younger version of you're living their dream.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like I hate to keep bringing up your house, but like if you told a 19-year-old Sisko that this is where you're going to be living, how would he react?
Honestly, at that time, I think I would be like, this is it. But that was my mentality then. You know what I mean? My mentality was like, nah, dog, you got to fucking
keep going.
Well, I have that mentality now where I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep going. You know,
Yeah.
like my business is taking off. I'm expanding to different states.
Yeah.
But my mentality is like, this is your house. Like, dog, you should have been in the fucking house in Beverly Hills. You know,
Yeah.
that was a mentality that I had then.
Mm.
It wasn't like I appreciate what I have now. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm still motivated,
Yeah.
but I'm also appreciating everything that I have
Yeah.
and
I
what
think-
I've done.
Just living in the moment. I think.
Yeah, like, and I think success is more than just like the stuff you have. Like, fucking, I know people that are successful, but the kids don't want to come home and visit the dad. The
Yeah.
kids like don't want to fucking hang out with the dad or parents. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if you got especially if you got a family, like,
Yeah.
success is like, does your daughter or son want to come home and tell you about their day? Do they want to fucking go to the grocery store with you just to hang out with you and spend
Yeah.
time with you?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, especially my Latinos, you know, growing up, we're kind of afraid of our parents. You know,
Yeah.
we don't want to. Every time we hang out with them ourselves, it's like you're kind of like you're so filled with anxiety and fucking stress and shit. You don't even want to say anything because you don't want to open up. But then, like, if your daughter or kid is okay with being in the car with you and just talking to you and
Yeah.
then like telling about your day, then dude, that success is like fuck. That's success
We
too.
were just talking about that where it's just
Yeah.
like we know so many people, older people, like old, like 70, 80, that like they're just like, oh yeah, I have 6 kids and none of them come
None
and
of them
talk
visit.
to me. None of them.
yeah,
And in my yes, it's sad, but every time I hear this in my head, I'm just like, well, what did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do for these 6 people
yeah.
to not fuck with you, dog? And you're their mother or father. What did you do growing up that they do not fuck with you like that?
Yeah.
Because I can't even imagine treating my parents like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's one of those things where like, bro, when we die, Cisco, Mike, Joel, so like, if we're gonna die tomorrow, someone told us we're gonna die tomorrow, we're not gonna be like, oh, I wish I made more podcasts. I wish I made more money.
Yeah.
We're like, I want to talk to my family right now.
Yeah.
Take me to my loved ones right now. Because I only have 24 hours left. You get what I'm saying? So like that's what success is if your loved ones love you, dog. I think that's the ultimate
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
fucking success. And then you guys have young children. You know, you're around young children. You have a stepdaughter. Like success is for them to be like, oh, Joel, I love Joel. I love Cisco. I love Mike. I love my dad, fool. So I love my dad. For your children to be like, oh, I love my dad. Like when I think about my dad, I'm not a father yet, but when I think about my dad, I love him so, so much and dearly. And for you guys to have that feeling of someone that loves, I love my dad so much, and I wish someone loved me like that, and you guys have that.
yeah.
And I think that's success.
See, hold up.
Go ahead.
I want to say something because, like, I think I know I was fucking around about not having insecurities. Obviously, you only see what you see in the surface. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like with me, I think one of the biggest insecurities that I've had in the recent years has been my failed marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting divorced and shit, and I don't really talk about it. It took me a long time. I think I mentioned it
A couple of episodes
couple
ago.
episodes ago. I haven't talked about it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to. I don't think it was anybody's business. Mainly because, you know,
But I think you also weren't ready to talk about it,
I don't think so either.
which is okay too.
That's a big thing too. You know what I mean? It's like you got to be ready.
Yeah.
You know, when you
So-
open up, you got to feel comfortable.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course. And it's just I think I've been in a different mental space. I've worked up to a different mental space where I can say, you know what, yeah. You know, I'm not a failure. I'm not a fucking piece of shit. Maybe I might be a piece of shit to her, if that makes sense. But I'm not a failure. And one of the biggest insecurities was like, who the fuck am I? Am I a good man? Was I a bad? I mean, maybe I was a bad husband to her, but does that define me? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you mentioned kids, and it's like I always say, like, I have 3 beautiful kids, and I only get to see them once, like 1 week at a time. I get to see them during the week that she has them, but mainly because of work. I work at home, and I'm able to help her out when she's working. But you mentioned, like, what is your interaction with the kids? And to me, it's kind of like, I thought about that because you mentioned death. What is it that people are going to think about you? What's your legacy like, right? I think as a man, you always say, what's going to be my legacy? Like, what the fuck are people going to say about me? All right, cool. I know where I stand with baby mama, you know? If I die right now, I can never expect her to go up on a podium and say, a great man just died, according to her, you know what I'm saying? And I'm made peace with that. I'm cool with that now. But I have the opportunity to change that with my kids. So how do I gauge that? the communications I have with them, the level of trust that we have. And you said a good thing. It's like, if I don't want to be 80 and then my kids not talk to me. Like my kids right now, I have a 15 and 16-year-old. One of my biggest fears is these motherfuckers leave at 18 and they never call me. It's like, holy shit, like, do I mean something to them or do I not? I'm sure they're going to call me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I hear stories like of kids that constantly talk to their mom every day, 3, 4, 5 times a day, even after they've left the house. You know what I'm saying? But I also hear stories of like people that don't hear from them for a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year.
Yeah.
I don't want to get to that level. So I think that's what my insecurity is, and that's what I'm working towards not happening. It's like, am I the perfect man? No. Am I a perfect man in the sense overall? No. But I know that whatever the fuck happened in my last 15, 20 years, 30 years, I'm working towards changing it. So I appreciate you saying that it looks like we got it. I don't have it. I'm getting there. You know, yeah, I have a house. Yeah, I got a good job, but I'm still working hard, fool, because it's a constant battle. It's like,
and it's one thing, you know, like you said, we're older than you, and there's things, right? I mean, for everybody, fool, we're going to be 60, 70, 80 years old. We're going to be going through struggles. It's just different struggles in different times of our life.
Different levels, different devils, though.
Yeah, there you go. You said it before, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and just to go back to what you're saying, that's part of the whole thing that I was trying to say, you know, failing, even as a father. But, you know, one of the most beautiful things, and I'm kind of in the similar situation as you are. You know, it's not my biological daughter, but it's still my daughter no matter what. So just hearing them call you dad, hearing them say you're one of their best friends, bro, that's a game changer. That changes your life. And I know you have a great relationship with your kids, and they confide in you a lot too. That alone should show that, like I said, maybe before I didn't value that, but now it means everything. Now that means more than, you know, whatever it is, you know? Like, for example, like a couple of weeks ago, I was in Europe, got back straight to Austin a couple of hours later. I fucking made it so I can come back, go to her orientation at Santa Barbara, because I wasn't going to miss that. She's going to Santa Barbara now for college.
UC Santa Barbara?
Yeah.
Damn.
So now,
I love that college, yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful. But it's hard, you know, at the same time. But I was like, I can't miss this shit. Like, I don't care what I have to do.
Yeah.
I slept fucking 4 hours, whatever it is. I don't care. Like, I have to come back. And so it's those things now that I appreciate, and just certain things like that, interactions.
Yeah.
Especially as a child that goes to college. I'm glad you did that. Glad you did that, because when they look back, they'll remember orientation, and they'll remember graduation, and they'll remember certain things throughout the traditional 4 years. So, you know, like personal things. You know what I mean? And the fact that you were there, bro, that I'm sure that meant so much to her. Wow, that's awesome.
It's amazing. And it's hard at the same time, but
very different.
You know, like, all right. So what else? What other insecurities you got?
I don't know. That's a pretty big one.
That's a deep one. I mean, we all have that deep one. I had that one. It's kind of similar to yours.
Yeah, that one. I mean, I've always been insecure about my nose. Like, I've had a fucking.
We go back to the same one.
You got a cute nose.
I like it. It's really cute.
But I'll say one thing. I grew up fucking always getting in fights, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know who the fuck told me this back in the day. And they hyped me up. I was like, hell yeah, right? And they said, hey, you know who's a down-ass motherfuckers that get down, like in fights? I'm like, who? Fools that have fucked up noses, fool. And I was like, oh, for real? Maybe I should embrace my nose. Like, that means I'm a badass motherfucker, right? Like, fool, that's not true. You know, you get socked up, fool, you get socked up, you know? Yeah. But my nose, fool, my nose, I do not like my fucking pointy shit.
What? Go to the side.
Well, you know how I fucking look.
No, I'm just saying it's not a bad nose.
It kind of looks like Joel's.
Yeah, we kind of have similar nose, but I have like the little bump and then like the little aiming down almost nose and shit.
Yeah.
But then my dad has his nose, so I'm like, I'm not changing this.
I think it's a bigger now, because when I was skinnier, I didn't mind it. But this I could work on. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I can't work on the nose unless I fucking get surgery.
Yeah.
And I talked to my kids. I was like, hey, how would you guys feel if I did a nose job? And they're like, what? Why?
Well, you're gay. What the hell?
So that's one thing. That's like a big insecurity. I used to be insecure about my mole. I used to be insecure.
Yeah.
Why don't you do like Enrique Iglesias and just laser it off?
No, I'm gonna keep it on.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you touch like a tear over it?
Yeah. Huh?
Tattoo? Put a
Tattoo-
teardrop?
Put a teardrop over it.
Like that, like a little fucking edge. And
Or
shit.
put an SM for Sisko and Mike.
No, but I mean, we all have insecurities about this shit, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone has
Physical, but do you think they get to you though? Like, does that affect you? Like, in thinking, like for example, for me,
Okay, so now that I'm a single man,
like for example, that
this
one
gets to me.
is it? Does it-
Really?
Ah.
Really?
Does it make you feel like you're not attractive, or what is it?
In a way, I feel like, oh shit, maybe I'm less attractive because of that. And it's like, but I mean, I guess one of the good qualities that I have that women have told me, I'm a chatterbug. Like I know how to, I know how to communicate when I want to. Like, and they like that. Like, oh, the physical doesn't fucking matter. I was like, what?
You got silver tongue.
That matters the most above anything else.
Silver
I
tongue.
know,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
okay, but it's like this. I have a friend, right? I have a friend. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna say his name, but we could be together, and it's like a magnet, like fucking like flies. It's like he's the shit, and the flies go to him because he's a good looking man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't. Obviously, I have to put in work and shit. Like I gotta put it. I'm like, wait. I smell like shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comparing the flies.
I'm shit too. I'm poop too.
Oh shit! Right now.
I know.
I fucking diarrhea. dog. I smell
You know what I
like
mean,
shit.
right? I'm saying like I had to put in the work, dog. Like I gotta put in like I may not have the looks, but like I'm funny. I can be funny.
Yeah.
I can make you laugh. I can make
Yes,
you.
yes.
I love vibes. I'm very spontaneous.
But does that make you feel like
Am I doing
insecure?
a dating profile?
But
right now?
does that make you feel
Do you like
insecure?
long walks on the park?
No,
That's a good question.
the
Joe
looks-
Joe
the
brought up
looks
a
Does
good
that make you feel
yes.
insecure?
But-
But why? I mean, that's like life, dude. People are always gonna have advantages and fucking
Of
disadvantages.
course. So my advantage is not advantage. I wouldn't call it an advantage. I gotta go a different route. You know, I asked a friend of mine. I said, "Hey, am I attractive?" I was feeling insecure, right? I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, am I attractive?" She's a female, and she was like, "I mean," and she said when she said it, it tripped me out. I was like, "I mean, if we were at a bar and I saw you, I wouldn't be like, damn, look at that fool and shit, whatever, right?" And I was like, "But I'd go out with you because of your personality."
Yeah.
And I was like, no, she fucked up and she said, I wouldn't go out with you because of your personality. And I was like, what do you mean? So you already fucking rejected me because of my looks?
So you
Like,
so
you
now
forced
you're
her
rejecting
to
me
get
for my
personality?
personality?
Not because of how you look, but also because of your personality.
Yeah, but it's like, no. I mean,
I don't know you either.
So actually, you know what? I don't want to be associated with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call the
she
cops.
said, no, I meant I would go out with you. And I said, well, what about my personality? She's like, your personality is attractive. I was like, okay. So that made me feel more secure than what I was feeling
Yes.
before.
Yes.
But yeah.
See, that's one thing I would never compare myself to, though. Like someone that's like way harder than me or way more attractive. For me, I'm always like, hey, fuck it.
There's
dog.
always gonna be someone fucking.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many more people that are more attractive and more
Mhm.
good looking and have better this and better that. Just that's the cards they
Dog.
got. You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
literally, number one thing is confidence. If you have
Yeah,
confidence, you could do anything, bro. And then once you reel them in, they'll stay for your
Reel them in?
personality.
You got it.
Once you reel them
You're
in,
single.
once you reel them in, then they'll stay. They'll either leave immediately and be like, "Oh, this guy's weird." Okay, bye. Or they'll be like, "Oh, personality is good. Oh, dick is big. Oh, they're so sweet and nice. Oh, this person is rich."
It's like I've been on dating apps, right? Women be like, I want a 6'2" and above fucking bearded guy. And I'm like, left, bitch. I'm not 6'2". And I look at a beard fool. I'm trying growing that shit. What I'm saying is like,
Well, dude, that's okay. Because you're on these dating apps and people are trying to be like so fucking.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
have
that's
to.
what- I'm
You
not even
have
on
to
the dating app.
find.
I
You
just
have
use
to
people.
find a
Yeah.
person, a partner in
I'm
the
not even
real
looking for
world.
anybody. I'm not even looking for anybody. That's the fucking funny part. It's just, it makes me feel like, fuck this. Like,
Yeah.
But it's also most of the time women doing this. Like if a man were to post on his bio and like a Tinder, I'm looking for a girl
Double
with a fat
Ds,
ass,
double
with double
Ds.
D's, big tits, big ass that can suck dick. It's like it's like they'll be banned from fucking Tinder.
Yeah.
dog.
Probably get screenshotted and then fucking go viral on
And
Twitter.
then someone on Twitter will be like, "Look at this guy, he's a fucking loser," and then be like, "Ha, this guy's a fucking full of himself. He's a piece of shit. He can't satisfy his woman." He's like, Jesus Christ. But girls are allowed to fucking be
Yeah.
very they have the preferences very specific and shit.
I think just like women in the real world don't care about that. They just care about, hitting it off with someone and connecting. Do you get what I'm saying?
Especially as we get older too. I think when we're young, we're superficial.
now women
A
our
lot?
age are dating younger men now.
Well, that's just for a good time.
Well, yes.
You also got to think that's a
I've
good
been
time.
for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, but as you get older, you start what you look for in a partner and a woman starts changing. You kind of look for compatibility, friendship more than anything.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because when you're young, you're like, fuck that. Like, I want a hot ass wife. I don't give a fuck if she's at home. I don't care if she doesn't have a personality. But as you get older, you're like, you discover like, nah, fuck that. That's not what I need. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
But you want a supermodel girlfriend now?
Nah.
What do you want? Tell us.
I don't want anything. Honestly, at this point in my life, like, don't get me wrong, I do want somebody I could have fun with in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what Sisko's saying. He's like a best friend.
yeah,
like a
of
best
course.
friend.
I agree with that. I'm not saying like I'm starting to travel more. So I want to be able to say, hey, let's go to fucking Seattle for the weekend.
That's hot though.
Boom.
Yeah,
That's
really
hot. Any girl will be like, what?
Like, doesn't
And
matter.
you pay for everything?
He's right, dog.
A lady invites you out for the weekend.
A lady.
A lady, yeah,
Yeah.
because you're a man, right?
Yeah,
Woman.
yeah.
A woman.
A woman.
Woman.
Yeah.
Lady, woman, female
Invites me out.
invites you out for the weekend. She says, hey, Melvin.
Yeah.
Are you down to go to Canada with me for the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, you go.
Yes.
You putting up?
Without a doubt. That's all. That's her way. That's the lady and the woman's way of saying,
I wanna
hey,
fuck.
I want to fuck you,
Yeah.
but I don't want to do like this 3-week dating thing. Come with me to Canada, dog. I'll pay for everything so I could fuck you in Canada.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why it's so silly it's so silly to me when like people are like, oh yeah, this rapper, this NBA player flew me out to fucking Vegas, and then when I
hate that
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
bro.
they're like when I put him out, you know what I mean? Like when they wanted to fuck and I didn't want to fuck, they kicked me out of the hotel.
Like, why are you there?
Why are you there? You thought you were gonna find friendship? You thought you were gonna have a good time? Like
You thought you were trying to find a
this
boyfriend? This rapper?
28-year-old NBA player is flying you out for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a saint. I'm saying he's also kind of scummy. But be smarter. Be smarter. Why would you think that he just wants to be friends with you? You know what I mean? Like, just be real. We're adults. Be real. Yes, bro. If someone fucking flies you out, quote unquote, in between the lines, you kind of have to put out, dog.
Yeah, you gotta fuck. You gotta fuck. It would be disrespectful not to.
Yeah, it'd be weird not to.
Yeah. And also, as a man, if someone flies you out, fucking like Canada, fucking, and then she buys you food, buys you dinner, buys you all kinds of, yeah, you want to.
Yeah,
You want to.
I would tell her, like, I would have fucked you in LA.
You gotta do all this.
Yeah, why are we in fucking Alberta, Canada, bro?
Yeah, you could have taken me to San Diego.
Yeah, bro. You should have just taken me to fucking Shakey's, dog. I don't give a fuck.
A bunch of lunch.
Take me to fucking Sizzler, motherfucker. I'll fucking eat.
That's the easiest question you ever fucking asked, bro.
Hey, I'm just
Would
saying,
you fuck a girl?
Fucking girl, if she took you on an all-expense international trip.
But okay, so now let's reverse it. Is that the speculation if a girl got invited?
That's what I just said. Like, dude, that's it, bro. If you get flown out, come on, let's be real. If you don't want to fuck the person that's flying you out,
You wouldn't accept
it. You'd be like, oh, I love it. Maybe in a couple months, I'm already flying out there for work or whatever. Maybe we could link up for dinner or some shit like that. But if you get they pay for your ticket and hotel and transportation and Uber
And probably give you
dinner.
money too.
Yeah.
Because it's most of the time, like in these story situations, it's like rappers, NBA players.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm
you
not
don't know
flying
this
nobody out.
guy.
I'm
Do you
just
think
fucking
this famous rapper or this huge NBA player wants to be your friend?
And you probably have OnlyFans or something.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't accept it. I'm not like, because people are gonna be like, they're gonna hear that and be like, oh, you think women are just meant to fuck and stuff like that. It's like, no, then don't accept it.
Yeah.
Set the boundary early. Be an adult and set the boundary.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah.
If you still want to go to the strip and don't want to fuck, be like, hey, like I want to go to the strip, but I just want you to know that we're still friends, we're still dating. I assure you that rapper or NBA player is gonna be like, never mind then.
Yeah.
I'll see you when I see
And
you.
it's as simple as that too.
Simple as that.
too.
Just communication.
I think that's one of the biggest things for that people don't set that boundary or don't express that boundary. So especially us, man, we mistake it. You know, or women sometimes if they set that boundary, you can be like, oh, this, but you try to cross no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So it's like as long as, like he said, if you communicate it and you express it, it should be pretty clear. Like, hey,
Women take advantage of guys a lot, man. Women have friends that just dudes that just want to fucking go out to buy them food and shit. I have a homie right now has a couple, like 2 friends that they go out to Korean barbecue all the time. And the food just pays every single fucking time, dude. And then like there's been a couple times where the guy's like, I like you, and then the girl's like, hey, we're just homies. What the fuck? And he's like, all right, my bad.
I don't want to ruin the friendship.
And then every time they go out, fucking he's like fucking, oh, boom, 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 right? Just putting the credit card. He's paying for everything, right? girls taking advantage of these regular dudes working their ass off, shit, making fucking minimum wage or making regular pay and shit. It's like, dude, and that happens the majority of the time. You know, most of the time, like a lot of the time.
Whose fault do you think that is, though?
It's the men.
It's both. It's both. No, it's men. It's men. It's men.
The men's, yeah.
Because I know they're trying to fucking like either fuck or get this girl to like them, but
They're putting in dividends. They think that the more they put in,
the more she's gonna be like, wow, what a sweetie pie. What a fucking nice. I like this guy.
Looking back at these past 7 years, he's bought me so much food. I'm gonna suck his dick. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't fucking happen.
I have a friend that he's like, fool, I don't even have a job right now, and I'm fucking.
That's crazy.
And the girl's like, fucking, I got you. And again, it comes down to
That's
like,
what I'm saying, dude. I have friends like that too. Dude, they're losers, but they be fucking. It doesn't matter how much money you have.
Loser, but
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you have, bro. If a fucking girl finds you attractive and you know how to fucking put it down, and you know how to speak to them in like a sensual way, bro, you don't. That's why all these guys are like, oh, women nowadays, they want you to be fucking rich and fucking and take them out and stuff like that. It's like, no, they don't, bro. Like, fucking, they'll fuck you if they fuck with you.
yeah,
It's as simple as that.
they're not gonna marry you, but
they're not gonna fucking marry you. They're not gonna fucking do anything else but have intercourse with you.
There's a lot of unemployed dudes right now. Just putting it down, man.
Just
Unemployed,
putting it down, bro.
It's a thing, bro. It's a thing. Confidence.
Dog. And even there's that stereotype where like an unemployed guy fucks you better because they have nothing to live for.
Yeah.
They be fucking you. They be fucking you like this is the only thing that they have to strive in their life.
And it's true. It's
And
probably
it's
the most
fucking
important thing
true.
of the day.
And it's true. Like, bro, at the height of my success, I wasn't even thinking about pussy, dog.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about work and how to get more money and shit like that. When fucking girls are like, get the fuck out of my fucking way. And even, you know what I mean? Because even when you're having sex, you're thinking about like, oh, fuck, I have that meeting tomorrow. I'm trying to make that fucking money. But like an unemployed guy is fucking you like he's gonna die the next day.
Yeah,
just fucking, you know what I mean? Like
making
He
noises.
he has a lot of energy built up.
yes, bro. He's suicidal. He's gonna fuck you like he needs life.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking amazing.
So all the girls out there, fucking unemployed guy, bro, and come back to me and fucking
Yes,
tell me I'm incorrect.
Yeah, and stop using your homies for fucking meals and shit. Dude. Yeah, I had a homie. She's a girl, and then she had a guy that she was talking to, but the guy was always sending her money. So I was sending her money. I was like, that's fucked up. And he was like, oh, you know, he just I have Uber Eats, and he just sent me his card information so I can buy food whenever. And then I was like, yo, give me some Panda Express. And then I just started buying food with his card and shit, dude. So I'm part of the problem too. I'm part of the problem too. I take advantage of guys too.
Oh, that's fucking crazy because I've been more active on TikTok. I don't fucking scroll through shit, but I've seen a lot of people go live. A lot of them are girls, right?
Yeah.
They're good looking girls. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go to them and they're literally not. I saw one where the girl was, she had the camera like this, at this angle.
Of course.
You can see her face. You can see, she wasn't naked.
Yeah.
And she's on live on TikTok and you could hear, and her hands like this. And then she's pretending like I'm assuming she's pretending.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, what's that mac and cheese sound I hear? And they're like, oh, yeah, I'd eat that mac. Like the comments, right? And then she's getting little fucking flowers, little whatever emojis.
Yeah.
Obviously, each emoji she gets
It's like
is
$5.
Yeah. So she's getting money. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, is this what the fuck we've come to? Like, fools out there just be giving money?
Bro, what was that one girl that went viral like a year ago? The one was like, ooh, yeah. Suck.
The
one
NBC girl.
NBC girl, right?
Yeah.
You guys remember that one?
Nah.
Where she was like fucking, ooh, I like that so much. She was like,
She's like for every emoji, every different emoji, she had a different phrase.
yeah.
Kind of like an NPC of a video game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she would like do it, stick her tongue
Oh,
out.
they
She
were
was like,
doing that whole like,
Yeah.
oh, shit. Like,
So like if you gave her $10 and it was an ice cream cone, she'd be like, "Oh, ice cream, yum,
yeah, bro.
oh, ice cream, yum."
Bro, she got
You know
so
what I mean?
fucking rich.
She became a millionaire in
off of
like
doing that
6
shit,
months.
dude.
She became a millionaire in like 6 months, bro.
And a lot of those shit were just through the lives, the donations.
She said every live lasted 6 hours. On average, she would make like $7,000 each live.
Hey, Mike, let's go live.
Ooh, I'm like,
I'm about to be Hakutua. That girl too. Did you guys see that shit?
Yeah.
She's fucking pop.
She's popping. She got a media team now. She moved to LA, and it's like what? Like what the fuck? Just from fucking saying, just gotta spit some Hakutua. Like what?
Well, dude, it's crazy who gets popular nowadays, man. It's crazy who
Right.
gets famous, you know. For
But I'm
anything.
saying, who's willing to pay for that shit? That's the fucking thing.
Oh, there's a lot
Loser
of losers that
dudes.
are willing to fucking pay for that.
Fool,
shit,
there's
bro.
fools that just watch fucking feet film and shit or live.
Dog, there's people that pay for Pornhub.
That's true.
Pornhub's free.
But there's
They want
people.
the
There's people
exclusive
that pay for
shit.
brazzers.
Dude, there's a lot
Look
of
at you. You're acting shocked when you pay for brazzers.
Is that what the reoccurring charges?
Dude, there's a lot of people in this country.
Bro, people. There are millions and millions of people who pay billions of dollars for porn, and porn is free.
Porn's free.
Dog, those are the people. You ask like who's paying for this shit, bro? There are people that will pay for anything, dog.
What extra shit are you gonna get? Commentary?
You're
What
just-
extra?
Commentary.
just
Right
eating
here.
your-
in my-
Post game interview?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, so dude, he was really the dick was really big. I didn't think I was gonna be able to accept it, but yeah, it was really good. It was really good. It was good.
Is that the
game,
kind of
and
shit you would pay for?
No, I
shit,
don't
just
fucking
make-
pay for that shit, fool.
You're
No.
acting way too disgusting.
I know.
I think you're like,
You're suspicious as fuck,
No,
bro.
no, no. I'm just saying, okay, if you tell me, if any of you guys fucking told me right now that you guys never been on Pornhub, I'll be like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Well, we'll say we've all been in porno.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But to pay for it?
We don't live in Texas, dog.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Washington D.C.
Texas banned, bro.
It's
You
bad.
try to go on, you try on Pornhub, is this website? And I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to fucking go to sleep. I'm trying to finish my night off, bro. I'm just trying to get ready for bed.
And then, like in the East Coast, like certain cities in the East Coast, you have to verify your age and like show your ID. and
It's
shit.
annoying. You gotta go to like your fifth favorite website and shit.
You have to be on redtube.com.
I guess I go to the fucking
You just gotta Google naked women.
Spank bang.
Watch a fucking movie.
Get, get viruses on your iPhone 15.
You gotta go LimeWire again and shit.
HBO Max, Game of Thrones.
I know, it's fucking annoying, bro.
Hey, and you want to watch a porno, just watch Game of Thrones.
What?
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I just watched the first episode,
It's so good.
and then I was like, okay, I see.
I
what's
love
going
Game of
on.
Thrones. I
see
love
what's
Game of
going
Are
on.
you watching the new shit?
Yeah.
The House of Dragons?
Mhm.
Hey, but we got off traffic. Now we got to know your guys' insecurities, huh?
Okay.
Insecurities, huh? Insecurities. I will say this, man. I don't know how many physical insecurities I have. I don't really have any physical insecurities, but I remember there's insecurity that I used to have that still kind of bleeds into my day to day. Is when I was younger, you know, I didn't graduate from high school, didn't graduate from college. All my homies would go to universities. Everybody was doing shit. And I was kind of like the loser of the group. I was a guy that I wasn't really knowing what I'm doing. I'm smoking all the time. I was going to school, but doing very fucking bad, like always. Going to college and failing every class. And my homies were like transferring and going to universities. Go to others. Like one of my homies went to Penn State and shit. And she's fucking, all the homie went to UCSB. And everybody was like doing great except me. And then I always just felt like, dude, damn, this is my life. I want to be the loser. I'm going to be a fucking do nothing dude. Just like go home and work a job I hate. And then that lasted for like 4 years. I always felt like bad about myself and then I had homies that were just like to smoke and party. So I always just felt like insecure as a human, as a man, just as a human being, just above anything. I'm not gonna do shit with my life. And all the things when I was younger, I had like family members that would do nothing, and I was always like, I'm not gonna be that. There's no way. And then I get to that point where like I'm an adult, technically at 18, and I am that person. And then I just got depressed for a while. I was like, dude, I'm a fucking loser, you know. And then for a while I felt like that until 2019, where I got fired from Chipotle. And then I was like, you know, I'm gonna try to do whatever. I like videos. I'm gonna start trying to make videos, and then since 2019, like I think that always kind of stuck with me, even to now. Like I think now the reason I work so hard is just because like I don't want that feeling again. I don't want the feeling of being a loser, feeling like I let myself down. I let the people, not even let the people around me down. Like I just want to let myself down. You know, I want to make the fucking 19-year-old, 18-year-old version of Joel like proud and shit. I want to make that little kid in me proud. And I never want to lose that feeling of being like, oh, fuck, like feeling so down on myself. 'Cause I feel like it's something to motivate me 100% all the time, you know. But I also don't want to be like those, like a couple years ago, it went viral, this podcast of Bert Kreischer and Chris Stefano, where they're talking about like how much they work, and like Chris Stefano was like, oh my God, like I live my life. My daughter only knows me through FaceTime. I miss her birthdays. I miss this. And I'm like, bro, that's you could change that easily, bro. Like you could work extremely hard and still be a good dad. I think a lot of people are very selfish, especially when they have kids.
Yeah.
Like they still like want to. A birthday is once a year. You can't fucking be there once a year just for this big part of the kid's life. Like, I never want to work so hard where my kid doesn't see me, doesn't fucking know me. You know what I mean? Like, even when I have a stepdaughter and, you know, I'm very busy a lot, but I still travel a lot, but I'm still like see them very often. It helps that I live close to them. And I still, you know, I'm watching her grow up and she's watching me grow in this fucking, as I fucking, in my career. And we're best friends. Every time I go, she runs up to me and we tell her, we miss you. I love you. Like, my biggest insecurity is just being a loser. And like, I know that I'm not, but I still, there's a part of me that just doesn't want to get back to that point. I feel like if I put my foot off the gas, I will become that person I used to be. So, you know, when you're trying to get to a certain place, to a certain success, I don't even know what success is now. Like, maybe like keep on shooting cool shit and making the podcast bigger. There will always be like unbalance. And for me, that's fine. You know, like unbalance. Like maybe I work too much, and maybe this week I don't see my family as much, but the next week I prioritize family over work. There's always gonna be some sort of unbalance. Yeah. But I want to get to that point where I can balance everything out. So I guess my biggest insecurity, I just don't want to have that feeling of being a loser anymore.
How do you know when you're falling back?
When I'm falling back?
Like when you know you're like reverting back to like, oh shit, I'm a loser.
Well,
like, what things?
Dude, you know what fucks me
I'm
up?
saying like, what things like do you like? Because there's shit that you do, fool. Like you could be like me, right? I started working out, and then I know I'm like, oh, let me get a fucking double cheeseburger. It's like, oh, I shouldn't have ate that shit. Like things that you do that you're like, oh fuck, this is like old.
Well,
loser.
let's say like there's kind of healthy. Like sometimes, let's say fucking like I come back from a trip, and then like I come back like at 10 a.m. and then I don't work that day. I'm like, I'm just gonna lay down and just catch up on rest. The next day, I'm like, fuck, bro,
you wasted a day.
I wasted a fucking day, bro. I should have been working on this, and that, which isn't healthy because like, dude, you should be able to just to fucking chill and rest and relax. But then you just chose to be in bed, like, even though like, your body is telling you like, yo, fucking let me just relax, bro. You just came from the East Coast, chill. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's very unhealthy. You know what I mean? That's not a good thing. And I think I don't know. That's one of my biggest things now too. It's like I just want to work all the time as much as I can, and then not feel bad if I choose to hang out with like my girl or this and this and that. Because it's always in the back of my mind, like, fuck, I should probably be doing this or this and that. But it comes back to like, you know, being more present in the moment. You know, and the work is always going to be there, but these moments are not. You know what I mean? It's like how many moments are people willing to fucking miss? You know, like fucking. I'm trying to miss as little as I possibly can, you know, because like even like with my stepdaughter, like in the last 3 years, I feel like she's grown so fucking much. She's been through so many fucking phases, fucking emo phase, a phase where she likes this band, she starts dressing like a fucking goth, starts dressing like fucking this and that, and then now she's like becoming her own little, you know, she's still like only 12, but she's changed so fucking much, and now she's able to communicate and then talk about her feelings and open up and. Like I wouldn't want to miss any of those shit, dude. I want to I want to go through all her phases. I want to be in every phase. I want to buy her clothes when she's a goth, buy her clothes when she's into this band. I want her to be in that phase when she's into rock. I want to buy her clothes for this. I want to be in every single phase. So when she gets older, we can talk about, hey, do you remember when fucking you were this and that? I just want to be in her life and in my family's life.
Gotcha.
And I don't want them to fear me. Because I mean, I'm not even like a fucking intense dude. I just don't want. And growing up, I feared my parents. You know, I think a lot of Latinos did because our parents are very intense. But that's something like I don't want to put on any kid. I don't want them to fear me. I want them to fucking trust me. I want them to feel safe. Yeah. Because, you know, like we said, when she gets older, I want her to come back and just, hey, what's up, Dad? Or fucking, what's up, Joel? And then hang out. We hang out all day. I just, you know, that's what I want. Yeah.
You got to give yourself grace too, though. Because a lot of times we think like we want to be there for every moment in life, but unfortunately that's not the way it is. Yeah. You know, like it could be in the middle of the day, random, something happens memorable, you know, to them. Yeah. And you just can't be there for whatever reason it is, you know? Yeah. So you got to give yourself grace. Like that's something like I said, like I'm starting to learn that too. Like my birthday's coming up. Like I said, I just want to chill. Yeah. I don't want to do shit. Do shit by himself. Like literally, like that's what I said. I want, like, honestly, I just want to go get a fucking massage, go watch a movie and chill. That's it. Yeah. Like, and it's okay. Yeah. Like, it's okay. It's a memorable birthday, but fuck it. Yeah. I got next year. You know? Yeah. Like, there's so many things, and it's like the times you can just relax and enjoy to yourself. because you need that too.
Yeah.
You know, you need that moment for yourself. And you talked about it last time where you enjoy being with yourself, and you have to enjoy being with yourself, because if you don't, when you're with everybody else, you're not going to be present because you're always constantly struggling.
Yeah. And he brought up a good point. I mean, like, about saying, like, when you get older, and I know when I get older, I'm not going to be like, fuck, I should have worked fucking an extra 20 hours a day. I should have worked this an extra 20 hours a week. I know I'm going to think, like, hopefully I don't do this, but I know I'm going to wish, like, I shouldn't have worked too hard. I should have been this, and that, you know. I should have just been like, if I wanted to take a day off and just go fucking to a thrift store and go to the beach and just chill and do nothing and listen to music, like, I should have just done those things because they're so beneficial to you as a person, you know. Fucking working all the time is just, after a while, it just becomes like, it's like, that's not what life is, just to be stuck on doing something. It's like, you want to live, go outside, and fucking simple things in life. Like, sometimes I'll go to a thrift, I'll fucking get a smoothie, I'll be outside walking, and I'm just like, bro, this is great.
Life.
This is great. Yeah, this is life, dude.
Yeah. It's like that anecdote where it's like this man was fishing in the ocean with his 2 kids.
Yeah.
And he kept catching a bunch of fish, and this businessman came up and was like, yo, if you fucking make this into a business, you would become so fucking rich. And he's like, why would I want to make this into a business? The businessman's like, so you get rich. And he's like, why would I want to be rich? So you can fucking just do whatever you want and spend time with your kids.
Yeah.
And then the fisherman was like, but that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm doing right now. It's just like, we get caught up in this fucking loop all the fucking time. And it's just like, it'll eventually kill you if you let it kill you.
Yeah. That's why it's good to have hobbies that you're not trying to fucking make money from, dude. Just hobbies that you enjoy, that you like doing. That's not about fucking, because I think everybody now, it's like, especially with like social media and the internet, everybody wants to make a business or make some sort of money out of what they do or what they create.
Yeah.
And sometimes you should just do something just because it makes you feel good, makes you feel happy, it fucking relaxes you. Or fucking,
And we feel like that with Soul Primos too.
Yeah.
I think the day that we start hating to do film Soul Primos,
dude,
that'll be the day we stop.
Dude, I will say this, man, and I don't know how Melvin feels. But like, filming Soul Primos is a way different vibe than filming like the last scene.
Oh, yes.
Dude, you know what I mean? And that's why, dude, and I'll say this about Soul Primos, and this is like something that motivates me hardcore. So I was taking my dad to to Toyota because fucking he left the car there earlier and then he fucking went back and he needed a ride there, right? So my dad, a lot of Latino parents, they don't really know what you do, right? Like, especially with the creative stuff, they're like, okay, cámaras or whatever, right? But he knows about podcasts and what that is. Dude, I was taking him fucking to Toyota, right? And then I guess he saw some, like, the true crime episode, a little bit of it. Obviously, you know what we were saying, but he was like, hey, mire como, así es era como, like, black and white. And I was like, oh, my mind was like, oh, what the fuck? He saw this. And he was like, ay, estaba bien perrón con tu amigo Melvin. Estaba bien perrón. I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, thank you. And he was like, yeah, you know, mucha gente está diciendo eso, pero ustedes nomás échale ganas. Ustedes van a ser perrones con eso, right? And then I remember just driving. I'm like, oh, I'm never going to stop fucking doing this shit.
You teared up.
I'm just going to fucking keep on going, bro. It's like, I don't think he even knows how much that meant to me. Like, I feel like I'm even fucking emotional right now. I don't even think he knows. Like, just like the little fucking shit that a father can say to you. You just fucking like, damn.
Yeah.
You know?
And you feel like you needed that. It's been a while since he said that. And then just to hear it from a creative space, especially because he knows how much work you put into it.
Yeah. So it was cool just to see me and him tell, like, say something like about me and him, about something I do, and him being like, fuck, what you're doing is awesome. And I was like, dude. And for him, he probably even felt like, oh, it's just something smaller. I said, for me, like, I thought about this shit I still think about that shit every time I film. So
you texted me.
Yeah, I texted him. I was like, dude, this is my dad just said. And then for me, I'm like, I still think about that shit every fucking time.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's dope.
And it is dope, and I'm feeling a little emotional too, you know, because my dad didn't get to see this. He didn't get to see when we started the podcast. So my thought is exactly that too. Like when we've talked about him, you know, and how we've, not necessarily when he passed away, but our growing up, you know, and just some of the things, because I've said, you know, like I had a lot of ill will feelings towards him for a long time. And it took him passing away for me to be like I need to get over it, you know? And I think I would have realized that too, regardless. But I wonder what he would think in that space. And just hearing that, bro, like that's dope.
Yeah,
And it makes me a little emotional thinking, you know, like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, we all, dude, yeah, I mean,
Can I ask you a question?
yes.
Did you have a good relationship with your father growing up, or a bad relationship?
Kind of bad, but it was like a traditional, like, relationship with father. Like he was very angry.
Your first generation.
First generation, very
not
angry,
traditional.
No,
It's not
for
traditional.
first generation,
It shouldn't be traditional. The reason I ask is because I sense I had a bad relationship with my father.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and I get the feeling because growing up, my father never.
You never validated what you accomplished.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I was looking for validation from this fool for the longest, and I never got it. You know, I think maybe to recently, but then I stopped looking for it. But it does feel good to hear your own dad
yeah.
that for the longest shitted on you say, "Oh, that's chingon,
Yeah.
you know."
Well, dude, that's why like it makes me mad when people talk shit about like, well, when just some like I don't talk shit about my family. I just say like maybe what I experienced, and for me as I grew up and meet different people, like I think last time I was here I was like I forgive my dad and that
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
he did doesn't. But it's also like people have things worse, a lot worse.
Yeah.
So this is just my experience,
No, of course.
Like a lot of people like have like a relation with their parents that I'm like, oh hell no, you shouldn't even talk to that fool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would not talk to him. That's terrible, right? And that's when I say traditional, I'm like, yeah, like he was aggressive, he was intense, he was very fucking angry.
Machista.
He was machismo. He would hit all of us, but like, he still did a lot of great things too.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? He still did a lot of great things too. So I don't hold any of those negative things against him. So, we didn't have the best relationship growing up, and like I said, I feared him a lot. So I never really opened up and talked to him. But as I became an adult, you get to understand like what they went through and what he went through. Not that it excuses anything, but it's like, dude, you get to understand the story behind your fucking father and why he is the way he
Yeah.
is. No one is just born like that. You know what I mean? They become
Yeah.
a certain way because of their fucking environment. So it allows you just to be like, okay, I get it. I understand.
Are you the oldest?
No, I'm the youngest.
Oh shit.
I'm the youngest, right? So when I got older and I remember just being fucking mad. Just, I want to fucking tell him something. And I remember just looking at him. I'm like, man, this guy's he's older. And he's like, he's chill now because he's older now. So it's like, he doesn't have the same intensity. And I was like, what am I doing? I have all this anger over a guy that just like was trying his best with the cards he was dealt with. It's like, dude, I got to let go of all this shit, bro. I got to fucking just work. It's my responsibility, no matter like how unfair that may seem to some people being like, oh, my parents got to do this. It's like, it's still at the end of the day, your responsibility to let go or forgive or just work on these things on your own, because we're all adults, man. You can't just be like, you can't wait for someone to say this so you can feel better. Sometimes you just got to either let go of certain things, man, let go of the pain and then it might not be fair. Like, oh, it's not fair because this person did this to me, but like life isn't fucking fair. What in life is really fucking
Yeah,
fair? Bro?
It's not up to you where the situation you're born into,
Yeah.
but it's up to you the situation that you die into. You know what I mean? Like
Ooh.
it's like
Ooh.
if you grow up in like a fucking hostile, toxic environment, and then you die in a toxic, hostile environment, then it's your fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get
Like,
it, but at the same time, you can't. I know because it took me a while to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to say. I mean, I'm not judging you. I'm not saying how you lived or grew up, but it's like it's easy to say, yeah, you choose. Like people used to tell me, I'm the oldest of 5, right?
yeah.
And so he thinks differently about my dad and about the way he grew up
Yeah.
than me.
Of course, yeah.
But he's seen a different version of my dad.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Different
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
So, but me and my brother, as a matter of fact, he's 1 year younger than me.
Yeah.
We went through the same shit together. And actually, I'll even say about my Eduardo, my other brother. He's 4 years apart from me.
Yeah.
So all 3 of us grew up with the same father.
Yeah.
Yet we all 3 have different mentalities about my father. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, but it's easy to say, well, you could choose. People used to tell me, yeah, I get it, you grow fucked up, but you have a choice.
But you made
have
the
a
right
choice.
choice already. You're
the
cutting
right
the
choice.
generational curse with your
Of
children.
course, but it took a long time, fool.
Yeah, but you haven't
Like-
died yet.
True. Okay, I got you. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be something that I know people that haven't even done it, bro, and they're like 40, 50.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's like,
But they haven't died yet. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, but the time in between fucks with everybody that's around you.
Exactly.
You know, that's the
So it
fucked
doesn't
part.
matter if it takes a year or it takes 50 years. It's your responsibility.
It is. I agree with that.
To keep
It
going.
was my responsibility.
You know what I'm saying? And to keep bettering your life, not only for you, but for your loved ones.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that. And it's it's a one sentence and it encapsulates millions of years of grief and abuse and stuff like that. But it really holds true in my opinion. It's just like, yeah, because I've seen my folks do it. I've seen people do it. I've seen so many people do it. And it's just like, it's our responsibility to be, just to make our generation a little bit better. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You know what I trip out on? The fact that, like, you know how they say put yourself in somebody else's shoes?
Yeah.
Like, I think about that with my parents, right? And it's like, sometimes, like, before I never thought about it, but now, like, I think about it, like, I don't know if I would be able to handle their situation. Like, I'm not diminishing my situation or my struggles growing up, right? And everybody's gonna have their struggles. We talk about it, you know, it always becomes a generational thing. In my generation, we used to walk to get water, right? Our generation is like, how can you be struggling if we give you everything, you have everything, you know? But it's always different struggles, right? So I think about it and it's like, damn, like, I don't think I would be able to handle my dad's situation, my mom's situation. So it's giving me a different perspective. I'm like, when I put myself in that situation, I'm like, damn, like, I'm not excusing my dad's actions, but I understand them because I know I'd probably be worse. I'd probably be fucking deadbeat, fucking drug addict or fucking angry at the whole world as well. You know what I mean? Or even worse.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, it holds true. Like, till you put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
That's why even like a lot of creative people, when their parents don't agree with what they do, they get really butthurt when the parents are like, "Why are you doing this? Or why are you doing this? Why are you doing stand up? Why are you doing fucking this and that? You're not gonna make any money." And they take it so personal, which obviously makes sense for them to be like hurt that their parents aren't supporting them. But it's also like, dude, I mean, can you at least try to understand where they're coming from? They come from these terrible fucking places in complete poverty. They go to this country. They work their asses off for fucking with a shitty job to make little money, to work hours and hours and hours and hours to give you a better life, and then you are choosing to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, I'd be like, dog, come on, bro. If you know what I mean, if I was in position, I'd be the same way too. Like, duh, I just did all this, so you won't have to struggle, and you're gonna pick a career where you're gonna struggle for like 10 years. Please don't do this, right? It makes sense.
I think every generation has that. Like I recently saw a tweet where it's just like someone just moved to New York and they were like, "What the fuck? I moved to New York for the creativity. There's no one creative. Where are all the creatives at? What the fuck?" And then someone quoted it and was just like, "They're mopping your floors and they're serving you drinks and they're your waitresses and waiters.
Yeah,
they're just trying to survive. They have no time to be creative."
Yeah.
And it's just like, I feel like in 20, 30, 40 years, we're going to have that. All our creatives right now are going to have that same feeling for their children to be like, "You don't want this life. Trust me."
Yeah.
And the kids are like, "What? Mom, Dad, you out of all people should support me. What the fuck?" And it's just like, no, we just know how fucking heartbreaking this is and how difficult and just awful this is.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's a never ending fucking cycle, dog. That's why you just gotta, it's the hardest thing you could ever do is break a cycle. Whether it's a family generational cycle, a fucking artistic cycle, or a personal cycle, it's the fucking hardest thing you can fucking do, dog. But when you do, all doors are open, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I took something you said like on the last podcast to heart when you said like life is beautiful, life is art, right? Life is about creating.
Yes.
And I think that alone, like I said, like, you know, like podcast is a big thing, and it means a lot to me because of things like that, things I learned from people and shit. And like you start appreciating life, and like creators, for example, they put so much time into things, and when they see them fail and they see the feeling that they get from failing or a video not going viral, and like you said, they're passing that on to their kids. But at the same time, like, I think they're also appreciating the point where it's like life is just beautiful. Anything you do is creative.
Yeah.
You can go out to nature or other countries and it's fucking beautiful and it's creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I just want to thank you for that, and I want to thank you for sharing too, bro. Because honestly, like, it's weird because I don't know, it hit you and it hit me, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like we felt proud, like we felt like damn, like we felt that proud, like that proud moment that you felt. we felt that too because I never got it, and I know you never got it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said it. I don't know if I said it with you guys, but there was a point in my life where, like, I was facing jail time. At a very young age. I was on probation since I was like 13. Mind you, I know it's gonna sound like an scapegoat because I would blame it on my dad, right? It was like, well, fuck it, my dad don't love me. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. And I started getting in trouble at a very young age. I was on probation at the age of 13. I was on probation until I was 19. 2 days after my birthday, I went to boot camp. I decided to go to the Marine Corps. I went to the Marine Corps not because I wanted to be a fucking Marine. I wasn't like, oh, gun ho, fucking 9/11, Iraq. I joined at the height of the Iraq War. We had just invaded Iraq. March 20th of 2003. I went to boot camp April 14, 2003. You know what I'm saying? Like a month later. I had to make life choices based on the cards I was dealt at the time and the way I was believing. You know what I'm saying? So if I wouldn't have left, if I wouldn't have made that choice to say, fuck, I'm gonna join the military, I wouldn't have been doing this podcast. I wouldn't be here.
Because you would have been using that as an excuse.
Exactly. So when I joined the military, I thought my dad was gonna say, hell yeah, right? As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever said this as a podcast, but when I joined the Corps, I thought about just leaving my family behind. I was the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
It had been instilled in my head that every fucking problem that was happening at my house, my mom's house with my brothers, was my fault. It was my fault. My fault. That's all I heard. Because of you, this is happening in this family. Because of you, this. Because of you, this. So when I left to the Corps, bro, I thought out hard. I was very close to walking away from my family. I literally was not gonna speak to them. I said, they blame me for this, right? It's my fault. Well, that means that if I remove myself from the equation, I'm gonna move away. And one Sunday, I was a lay reader, which is like somebody that goes to the church events and shit,
Yeah.
boot camp,
Mhm.
comes back and relays the message to the troops or whatever. They're Catholic, whatever. And one day I'm sitting there on a Sunday and I'm thinking like, okay, excuse me. I'm thinking, all right, graduation about 3 weeks away. Graduation is about 3 weeks away. I'm not gonna tell my parents that I'm graduating. I don't want them here. I don't want my brothers here. I don't want nobody here. I'm gonna graduate, and then I'm gonna go on leave for whatever days, and then go back to training, and then wherever the fuck it takes me to. I'm not gonna tell them nothing about me. I'm just gonna disappear. And I sat there, bro, and I wrote a letter to my dad. And I'm crying. I'm in boot camp, bro. First of all, I'm not supposed to be crying.
Yeah.
I'm going through training. That's weakness, right? I'm sitting there, I'm writing this letter to my father, telling him that I don't know what I did in my life for him to hate me. And that I love him no matter what, and that I hope he changes, and this, right? Blah, 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 blah. And I decided to end it with, I hope you guys come to my graduation. This is the day that I'm coming to my graduation. And it was a hard decision, bro, because I really wanted to walk away from my family. He was a baby. He was literally a baby. And I said, well, I don't want to influence my little brother like that. I don't want to influence my little sister who was also a baby. I don't want to influence my other two brothers. Like, I want to be a good influence, but if I'm a bad influence, I got to bounce. And I wrote the letter for him. And my father was okay. He had stopped drinking. Like my dad had a drinking problem before that. From boot camp and on, he stopped drinking. I wrote the letter, he showed up. But ever since then, I seeked his validation. I noticed that everything I did was to seek the approval of him. It was like, I wanted to get that feeling. Es chingón. Estás perro, güey. Eres un pinche cabrón. Seeked it for the longest. Never got it, bro. And the day I realized that I needed to stop seeking his validation was when I bought a house. I figured my dad bought a house. My dad lost the house. So I'm pretty sure as a man, he went through his own fucking trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
And I remember when I bought a house, fool, I took him and I said, hey, pa, vamos a que he was helping me move. He had a truck. Vamos, te voy a enseñar la casa. Before I moved in. And I remember fucking getting off, fool, open the garage. I grew up not having a fucking garage that opened automatically.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We had to fucking lift that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
big ass motherfucker. And I remember I was like, "Irapa." And I'm fucking like a little kid, bro. At this point, I'm what? This is 2017, 5 years. I'm like 35 years old, 34, 35.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got a house, fool. I'm married. I got 3 kids. I turn on the remote control. I show them, irapa. Tiene 4 recámaras, 4 bedrooms, mi casa.
It's a big house.
It's a pretty big house. But I grew up sharing a bedroom with my brothers.
Yeah.
So I'm literally fool telling this fool like, hey, pa, mira, estoy bien. Like, he goes, ¿y qué? ¿Ya te crees? And that shit, that broke me. And that shit, I said, you know what? I don't need this fool's validation. If this motherfucker cannot see the shit that I've done. And basically what I'm trying to say is like, I chased this validation from this fool for long. When I was, all I really needed was my own validation, fool. So it sucks because I love the fact that you had that special moment with your dad. I have it now every now and then. You know what I'm saying? My dad's kind of like proud or shit.
Yeah.
But
That's what I was gonna tell you. That I think now, I think your dad's getting older. You know, like getting older, you start realizing things. Like the day of your birthday party.
I was drunk. I couldn't remember shit.
But your dad, fool, he was just fool gushing about how proud he was of you. He was telling us, fool, you know, like I treated him like shit. Like I treated him like shit, but look at him. Like I'm proud of how he turned out.
Yeah.
I'm proud of what he's accomplished. Like he was saying all that shit.
But he's never said it to me.
He was saying it to you right there.
I was drunk, fool. I couldn't remember.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, like, but I'm
We were
saying,
supposed to go, remember? You were
I
like,
invited
we
you
were out of
fuckers.
town.
yeah.
Both of us like were out
I
of
did
town.
invite you fuckers.
No, you did. No, you did. Yeah.
He did, but we were
But-
both out of town.
that just goes back to like I think more than anything, fool, like we're grown ass men now. Like there has to
I
be some
know.
communication where you tell him like, hey, dad, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you still have that
Yeah.
opportunity and shit.
But you know what though? I'll be honest, fool. Like I have a son. He's about to be 9 years old. I have 2 teenage daughters. I love all 3 of them the same. Okay, differently but equally. And no matter what, I've always like my son. He's 9 years old. This was already starting to be like, hey, dad, right? I give him a hug and I tell him like, I love you. And the other day, it was fucking funny because I took him to a restaurant. And my daughter loves me. She hugs me. Dad, I love you. Kisses me. I kiss her back. She's 15. My son's about to be 9. I'm fucking hugging him. I'm kissing him. I'm playing with his hair. I'm like, damn, bro, you're fucking so cute. You know, I that's the type of dad I am.
Yeah.
And it was funny because some lady was sitting in the back. I don't know if she was trying to hit on me. She was like 50s.
Hey, man, you got a big dick.
She was trying to suck my dick.
Dude, no, I'm just saying. I don't know.
Long story short, Mike paid for the bill.
Long story short, I went to the bathroom.
Nah.
Suck my fucking dick.
No. She was like, literally, she walked up to me and she was like, "You're such a great dad."
Women find that hot.
Yeah, I found that. I found that out. I found that out.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
women. Nah.
I'm gonna go see her after this podcast.
No, a lot of women have complimented me about
Yes,
that. Like,
yes,
hey,
yes,
you're
yes.
such a good dad. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm a good dad, you know, because
Yeah.
goes back to my marriage being a failure.
Insecurities.
Yeah.
My insecurity. I was like, I failed him, dog. Like, I feel like I failed my ex-wife to a certain extent.
Well,
And
isn't that a separate thing where it's just like
I know,
a
but
partnership and a fatherhood?
I get that, bro. But I combine them in the sense that it's like,
Mhm.
well, my dad's a piece of shit, right?
Yeah.
I grew up with he's not a piece of shit now, but I think my dad was a piece of shit, and I see him and I see him and mom being together.
Yeah.
Like, well, at least they were together, and I'm like, but are they really together? Like, these motherfuckers, like, they bitch and complain about each other 24/7. Is that the type of life I wanted to give my kids?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If my relationship with my baby mom was like that, why the fuck would I want my kids to see that? I'm trying to give them the best version of myself.
Well,
You know?
so yeah, that's what. So if your 9-year-old baby in 25 years buys a house and he's so proud to show you, are you gonna be like, you think you're the shit? You
Hell
think,
nah.
Exactly. That's what I mean when it's our responsibility to fix our situation, and you have already fixed it, brother.
Yeah.
You have already changed it because you can't even in your head you can't even fathom saying that to your baby.
Hell nah.
There it is. You've already fixed your situation, brother.
I guess I wasn't looking at it that way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't even fathom saying that. Like I used to get my ass beat. And they had their own reasons. I was a troublemaker, and I was also bigger than them. They had to do that, or else I'd be a piece of shit. But now I can't even fathom hitting or striking my children, and I don't even have children. But I don't even hit my dogs. You know what I mean? I just can't fathom it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I've already fucking. You know what I mean? Like, you're already there, bro. You already fixed the situation. You think you would tell that to Saul, dog? If fucking Saul bought a fucking house, you'd be like, you think you the shit, bro? Maybe Saul a little bit. You probably tell him. But in reality, you wouldn't. You'd be like, wow, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Wow. To your son, to your daughters, I'm so fucking proud of you, dog. And it's something about your father in that time. He was probably going through something. He probably thought that you were stunning on him, his insecurity, like we talked about. His insecurities fucking flared up. And instead of being joyous for his boy, his firstborn, his insecurity got the best of him. And you will not allow that to happen to you. And I feel that that's what I meant, where it's just like, bro, we're responsible to fucking fixing our own situation, you know?
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
I don't know, just the fact that your kid is like 15 and then she's like, oh, I love you so much. She's like kissing you.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was 15, I was like, man, fuck off, man. Don't talk to me. You don't know me. You don't care about me, right?
Yeah.
Just the fact that they feel comfortable being like, I love you, Dad. That's fucking, like you said, you fix it. That's beautiful, man.
Cool.
You know what's funny right now that you guys were
No, I'm
talking.
saying I appreciate it, fool.
He was like, cool, shut the fuck up.
No.
Right now that you guys are talking about it, like you know what's another thing that's really like lately been bugging me, and I think it's becoming an insecurity. Well, not insecurity, but it's becoming like a thing that really gets to me. It's getting older. In the sense that I feel like now life, like I love life now, and for a long time, like I was like, fuck it, it's my time, it's my time. You know, like that mentality that we all have.
Yeah.
But now it's like, fuck, I love life. I love everything that's going on. And getting older makes me sad, fool. Like, fuck, what's going to happen when I know that I'm getting older and older, and I feel like my life is at some point is going to end, you know? So I start thinking, what struggles am I going to go through as an adult, you know? Like, am I going to revert? Am I going to get depressed? Because, fuck, like, my kids are gone. Like, my life is, now I'm not doing shit. Like, I can't do anything, like, physically.
Yeah.
So that's become, like, a thing where it's constantly in my head now, too. Like, I'm barely learning to love life. And it's like, fuck.
Doug, you're telling me, bro. Fucking, I joke about suicide all the time. I think it's important to fucking, anything can be funny as long as it's funny. It's funny is king. But just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? Like, you know, like the R word or fucking, you know, all this stuff. Just because you can make a joke about it doesn't mean you should. But I'm the first one to be like, bro, I'll fucking kill myself. Like in a funny way, you know what I mean? Like people could be like, oh, you know, I owed like someone a lot of money. And they're like, well, you could pay Cash App or Venmo or whatever. And I'll be like, or I could just fucking kill myself. Like that would fucking solutionize everything. And then they'd be like, shut the fuck up. Cash App, please Cash App me. And I'm like, all right, I bet I'll Cash App you. Bro, last fucking week, dog, I had to stop a good friend of mine. And I know he won't watch this podcast because he doesn't watch anything that I fucking put out. I had to fucking stop him from fucking killing himself, dog. Quite physically, stop him. Remember?
Yeah.
We had to film a fucking Soul Primos. I stayed up with this gentleman till 5 a.m. I had to film a Soul Primos episode the next day, and I was so tired. And he's like, why are you tired? I was like, I had to stop a suicide. I don't know why it is. Like, I think I just attract damaged souls. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I'm just like a magnet for it. Ever since I was a teenager. Like, you know, there's, you know, when I was 21, I had just visited my girlfriend's family in DC, and a friend from film school called me, and I didn't answer because I'm like, bro, I'm on vacation. I'm with my girl's family. Fucking a couple weeks later, I found out he killed himself that night. So I'm just like, so that stayed with me for so long, for so long. There's some nights where I can't even sleep because I think about it. When I get too drunk, I think about it and I cry. Like, so when my friend called me, I was like, it's midnight. I'm on the fucking freeway. My aux doesn't work, so I have to have my phone the fucking phone to my ear. So I'm just like, what? Huh? You know what I mean? Like, what? What are you talking about? So he's just like, he calls twice. I don't answer. Third time, I'm like, hey, bro, what's up? I'm on the freeway. He's like, can you just come over? Like, I just really need you. Like, I just need someone to talk to. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll bust a U-turn. You know what I mean? I get to this place 20 minutes later. That's how far. 20 minutes later, midnight. So there's no traffic, right? So I just zoom. I get to this place and I have to fucking stick my fucking fingers in his throat to make him throw up all the pills he fucking had, dog. And I thought he was bullshitting. He throws up the pills. It's like 30 pills. And I'm just like, why the fuck would you fucking do it? And I'm just like, yeah, I haven't even processed it yet, bro. This is fucking 9 days ago. I'm just like, what the, why me? Yeah. In my head, obviously I'm not gonna ask him, but in my head I'm like, what the fuck? You have a mom? You have a fucking family? What the fuck? Like, why would you call me? Like, and I just sat there in the pitch black outside, and I'm just sitting there listening to him for 5 hours. And then I fucking record a podcast a couple hours later with Joel, and I tell him, and Joel's fucking courteous enough, like, hey, do you not want to do this? I was like, no, bro. Let's keep it going, dog. Let's be fucking funny, dog. That's what life is about, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like you say, like, I'm just starting to appreciate life, and it's just like, a life is just, it's worth fucking fighting for, dog. It's really worth fucking fighting for. And the people around you, how you treat people, that's our wealth. That's our wealth. That's our legacy. That's our money. Yeah, I wish I was a fucking millionaire, but that when you look back at it, when you're about to die, that's what fucking really, really fucking stands out. When you fucking die, what are people around you gonna fucking say at your fucking funeral, dog?
And honestly, that just goes to show the type of person you are.
Dude, I ain't shit, man.
No,
I ain't shit, dog.
Two things. First of all, your homie having that courage to fucking actually call you. Because that takes a lot too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I said earlier, like I'm not comparing the same situation, but when I was going through my struggles, I distanced myself from him because he's gonna call me for what it is. However, he communicated it at that time. Like our communication has improved, but however he would have said it, it would have been direct, right?
Yes,
it would have been the truth, even if it's not the way I would have appreciated or liked it. But and then you, like, it just goes to show the type of person that you are, that he can come to you.
But I'll be honest.
I should have let him die. I should have fucking picked up the phone.
You shouldn't have put the fingers in the dog.
No, that was, as I was doing it, I was like, I hope no one's fucking
Nah.
You put it in his pussy, man.
You should have put it on the other side.
I was like, turn around. I'm get it out.
Shit him out.
No, I mean...
Or do you have to object to anything? What are you going to say?
I know, but
that story was crazy.
Well,
I'll say
I am
this.
going to object to something because he said he didn't call me. Cool. I respect that because we're all afraid to be judged. We're all afraid to be whatever, okay? Because I done the same thing. It took a lot of courage for me to open up about a lot of shit with this fool in the last couple of years. But then it got to a point where I kind of felt like it was, one, I was bothering him, and two, it was kind of like the advice he was giving, it was like, it's easier to say than done. And I had this conversation with him a couple weeks ago, maybe a month, right before he left for your trip. I told him something. It had been a while since I have brought up anything that I'm going through mentally to him. And he literally made me feel, his initial response was, I'm not going to say what it was about, but it was like, it made me feel like, fuck, I shouldn't have said shit. Like, to him. You know, I'm not, maybe I wasn't seeking for advice, or maybe I was, but I just wanted to say something because your mind is fucking powerful, bro. Your friend, whatever decided to fucking take all those pills. Maybe somebody would have talked them out of taking those pills. Maybe not. Whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
But nobody knows what the fucking friend was going through, only himself.
Yeah.
The friend that actually took his life, right? When he called you, I get why you get beat yourself up over it, because you fucking maybe ask yourself, what if I would have talked to him? Maybe he wouldn't have done it. Maybe he still would have gone through it. You know what I'm saying, fool?
Yeah.
So you can't really blame yourself, but at the same time, I can't tell you what to go through, and I can't tell him what he was going through, because only he knows what the fuck he was going through his mind. Only you know what was going through your mind. So when he said that to me, going back to Sisko, it made me feel like, well, then what's the point of me telling you if I'm telling you I have this issue, it's a mental issue, right? And instead of, not that I'm looking for validation or supportiveness or anything like that, it's more like it made me feel like I shouldn't have told you. And I made that clear to him because I could have just been thinking, like, all right, fool, later. That's when I was like, look, fool, I get it. I know what you're telling me. But there's a reason why I'm telling you, because I understand that that's the wrong way of me thinking. And when you say this shit like this, it does make me feel like I shouldn't have told anybody. You see what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, shit. And he kind of changed his stance about it. He was like, my bad. You're right, fool. I shouldn't be saying this. Because he was quickly to jump into conclusions. Why am I saying this? Not to bad you out, fool. It's people go through this shit all the time. They might be reluctant to say anything because they're like, well, fuck. If I told Joel fucking my thing, the last time I told him, he was laughing at me. I don't want fucking Joel to laugh at me because it's not a joke. This is how I feel. Am I wrong for it? Yes. But unfortunately, that's what's on my mind. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if Joel laughs at me, it's going to make me feel like I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The thoughts are wrong, but I'm already wrong. So why am I going to even tell him?
I think communication's key. Like you just said, like as soon as I told Sisko I don't like that, he immediately was like, oh, it like clicked. It was like, okay, my bad. And then 2, if you bring up something to someone, it's not up to you how they react.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I was always my whole life, like I've always like, I see people for who they are. So when my friends would be like, hey, so-and-so fucking did this, I'd be like, yeah, no shit. They're a piece of shit. How did you not know that? Wait, why do you think they're a piece of shit? Because this, and that. They did that and that and that. And they'd be like, well, how come you didn't say anything before? I'm like, because they're not my friend. They're your friend. And I don't want to tell you something about someone that you care about. You know what I mean? Like, I just let it rock because the times that I have told someone about that, they would get upset with me.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, well, what do you mean? Like, you're just jealous. It's just like, no, I'm not jealous. I'm just saying, like, this, I've seen this before. This person's is bad news. Yeah. I just don't want you to see hurt. I just don't want to see you get hurt. But then they take it out on me, and I'm just like, fine, I won't fucking say shit. And then it comes true, and it becomes a reality. And I can't be like, I told you so, because that's not good, right? So it's just like, it's one of those things. And then being on both sides, I think the universe and God gave me a second chance with my buddy this week, because I really was beating myself up over the shit that happened a couple years ago, and it gave me a second chance, right? So this time I was like, I'm not gonna fucking let this happen again. I'm gonna fucking stay with this guy until he's right again, and I did. I was there for fucking hours and hours and hours. That being said, I know what he was going through. I know that it's terrible. I don't wish that upon anybody. And not what he's going through. I don't wish being the person called upon at the last second upon anybody. Yeah. It's something that I don't wish anyone has to go through. It's a very it's very trying, difficult, draining. I was in bed for like 2 days after, because emotionally and mentally I was so fucking drained. Yeah. And I told you that, like, remember? I was just like, it took me it was so difficult for me to pull up to Joel's house to film an episode of Soul Primos, because I'm just like, I can't even, I was a shell of myself. We didn't talk. He was setting up the cameras and the mics, and I was just sitting there. And I told him the situation, and he was he was graceful. Joel was graceful and gave me my space. But other than that, as soon as the episode was done, I was like, all right, man, I gotta go. Like, and he was like, for sure. Like, I was just it's so draining. So the only advice I would give is, if you want to share something with someone, you don't go in thinking like what you need. You get what I'm saying? Because if that person doesn't give you what you need, it's not their fault.
Yeah. Plus it becomes transactional.
What'd you say?
I heard transactional.
Transactional.
You said that's when a person becomes transactional.
I heard that shit too. I'm like, what?
The male version dies and the female.
Transactional.
The male version dies, the female rises.
because it's just like,
Transactional.
oh,
'cause it's
you're not giving me what I want? Okay,
Yeah,
get out of here.
exactly.
Even though that person's there. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even though, you're exactly right. That's when it becomes transactional.
Yeah.
Transactional.
Transactional.
Still sounds.
You guys are fucking.
Transactional.
You said
Transactional. You're thinking that
No,
shit.
you said that shit.
But that's why you get transactional, and it's
Transactional.
like even though this person is doing the most for you and helping you in the most way, if they don't give you what you want, quote unquote want, and then you're like, okay, all right, I this is a mistake. I should have never come here. That's also incorrect. That's also fucking fucked up. Now you're fucking up the friendship with this person.
Yeah.
Now it adds another layer to your fucked upness, and it's a never-ending motherfucking cycle. That's what I'm saying. Breaking the cycle.
I also feel like sometimes the best thing you can do is just listen. Yeah. Like if you were to tell me, like I haven't been in that situation personally, so if I were to be like, if fucking spilling a lot of bullshit just to fill up the like if it was quiet, I didn't know what to say. If I just said random shit, I think it would have done worse because like I don't want to fake. Yeah. Being like, oh, I know what to say or this. Like, sometimes, like, you just better just listen to somebody and be like, hey, bro, you're a good friend, and then like you're a good friend. That's basically, it's like the less is more sometimes.
That's it's basically what I did. I just listened for hours and hours and hours. Yeah. I just sat there and listened for hours and hours and hours. And sometimes that's just what a person needs. Yeah. And I don't know. Ever since I was a young boy, people would always just tell me their secrets. They tell me their problems for one reason or another. But it takes a toll on you, fool. Fucking for a week, all I did was just get drunk and lay down because I was just like, bro, this is not something a regular human being should go through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just like, bro, this is not healthy. Yeah. This is not fucking healthy. Like my family and my girl hit me up and I'd be like, I don't want to go out. I just want to watch The Sopranos. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just want to watch my HBO. Like I don't want to talk to anyone right now. People really have social batteries and emotional batteries and soul batteries. I'm done. I'm at 3% right now. I need to recharge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what I like about Melvin?
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'll say this. He's one of like the few men in my life that I've been able to comfortably cry in front of. You know what I mean? Like we said this before, but like there was like a couple weeks span where we would drink together, and just spill out like a bunch of shit from my childhood. And we would just cry. Yeah, we would just cry to each other.
Yeah, it was really like cathartic and very because it's just like we knew each other for a while, but we didn't know each other on that level that we do now, and it was just like both of us were kind of realizing like, bro, we have very similar you know, childhoods and very similar experiences and traumatic experiences, and you're not a piece of shit. You're not a piece of shit. Yeah. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy. Oh shit. It's rare because
it's almost like it reassured, like, because this is right before, like, right after like the Isimo broke up, and then like we did the M word like episodes. Yeah. The show that he has on YouTube, and then like we were like trying to figure out like, oh, we're gonna do next. We're gonna do a show together. It almost reassured like, yeah, we should work on something together because it realized like we're very comfortable with each other.
Yes.
There's no like if there's no like machismo, there's no barrier. Like we can be exactly ourselves.
Did you guys think at the point when you guys broke up from Isimo, when that shit happened, did you guys like, oh, this is not gonna go anywhere?
Well, we talked right when we like we posted something like just thank you to the fans. Yeah. And then we were both like, I think we're both in the same space. We're both like, hey, I want to do something. I'm down. Let's just give it like a month or two.
Yeah, we need time because this shit, like breaking up with something so publicly. And I'm not saying we were fucking as big as Joe Rogan or some shit, but we had a lot of fucking fans, and it just takes a toll on you. Like I just can't even imagine doing some bad shit and then having it come out. Like it would just be so physical. Like it's weird, right? Yeah. So it's something we never experienced.
Yeah, and then we talked to we knew it was in a breakup. We talked between the other person too, and then we knew that all right, we're done. The show's done, right? And then you post something and you're just like thank you to the fans, whatever, and you're just like all right, cool. And then we went out with our homie Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. He was like come over, we'll hang out and we'll eat.
He made ceviche.
Yeah, he was fucking super sweet. But then sometimes like you do a show, you don't really. Like the people listen to it, but sometimes you just like you don't feel it. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes you get in your head a little bit like, is anyone listening to what we do? Yeah. But then when that shit happened, like a lot of the fans, a lot of the people that supported us, were like DMing us and fucking sending positive messages. So we're like, oh shit, like we went to Jacob's house. That's where we're getting like the flood of messages, and we're like, oh shit, like now it's really hitting.
Yeah, like every 5 minutes we get like another like long paragraph from another listener or another fan, and it would just be like how much we meant to them, and we're just like, because in our mind, bro, and I think that's what we love about each other. We don't think we're shit, dog.
Yeah.
And like and then we just getting these long paragraphs. It really fucks us because we're just like, what the fuck? Like, did we make the wrong decision? And looking back at it, we made the right decision because we still love the community and our fans and our listeners. It's just that one part that was like fucking draining the life from us, and we did what was best for us. Not only in like the business sense, but our fucking personal lives. Like we don't want to be around people like that. Yeah. And especially on a weekly basis, it's so draining, right? Mm-hmm. And that was pretty much that's pretty much it.
It becomes a job.
Yes, it became a fucking job. I would dread it. I'd be like, oh fuck, we gotta record. All right, okay, I'm pulling up right now. Like we dreaded it so much, but now with Soul Primos, bro, we're excited. We're so excited to do it, and then when we make it, we're just like, this was really fucking good. And like, we started making fucking intros for each episode, and we're so like, we just spew out ideas left and right. We didn't have that before. We didn't have that creative freedom before. The creative fucking environment that like just like made. Just like we were excited to create. We didn't have that before. And now we do with Soul Primos. We have it every single time we fucking film. We're excited to be like, all right, what are you going to make today? Yeah. And I always say, I say this, like, I feel like I'm working with Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci, where it's just, I could be like, hey, I want a fucking helicopter that it's a counterclockwise helicopter that like, that can lift one person each. And this motherfucker's like, oh, okay. All right. And he starts drawing it out. And he's like, what about this? And I'm like, that's literally, bro, that's literally what I saw in my brain. Yeah. Like, I'd be like, bro, let's do this and with the lighting. And then he's just like, he stays quiet. He's like, all right, so we're going to need these lights. We're going to need this. And then he sets it up. And then once we make it, I'm just like, bro, that's literally exactly what the fuck I saw in my brain to scream.
I think that's so crazy. I think that's why we work so well. Just like, not even just on the podcast, like on the creative side, like, he's so creative and he's so fucking artistic. Like his vision is so big and so creative. Like he'd be like, "Oh, let's try like what he just said. Like, hey, we should try to do this and replicate this, And then like for me, I'm like the technical side. Like, okay, well, give me like 10 minutes. Let me try to figure out the light and fucking let me soften it a little bit. And then we kind of work from there and bounce off from there. And then we'll start like bouncing ideas and be like, nah, that'd be kind of weird. That's not really that funny. That's kind of whack. And then we kind of like always find our way. Yeah. And we try to do intros for most of it. Just sometimes the time like is not there. But like it's funny because sometimes we'll be making an intro and then we're like, this is like the worst thing.
This is stupid as fuck. We're a detective and you're a criminal. Like,
yeah. And then it's so funny. As soon as we put in the edit, we're in the edit, and then we look at music and we look at sound effects, and then we get the sound together, and we're just like, oh shit, hey, this ain't too bad. This ain't too fucking bad. It's just like it's such a contrast to what we were doing before. Yeah. And like I know some people that like I work with that they're just like, oh, I want to start a podcast, and they're like, oh, how is it, we're doing a podcast, and I'm like, well, I mean, it depends. Like, and what I do now, it's like, dude, we laugh fucking, and it sounds so cheesy. It sounds gay almost. I'm like, bro, we laugh so fucking much. Yeah. And like before and after the show. Yeah. We're just bullshit. You know what I mean? We laugh so fucking much, bro. And it's such a good time. And we're generally friends. Yeah. Like we might not we don't have to see each other 7 days a week and shit.
Well, we talk to each other like almost every day.
Yeah.
But before it was kind of like, I loved Joel before and Isimo. Like I loved hanging out with Joel, but like it was just like, I couldn't wait till the podcast was done and I would dip. Yeah. I would just dip because I just couldn't be around that toxic negative energy and like, but now it's fucking awesome, dog. Yeah. Yes, I have to drive out to Covina and BP every single time. Yes. That's so crazy, side, but yeah, this is dope.
It's just cool, man.
It's funny because when all that happened, right? I told this, I was like, this was gonna either start their own podcast or we're gonna bring them on because there's people that we know need to be on a platform, you know. you guys need to share like that fucking, like you said, a lot of the fans were reaching out to you guys, and just conversations, even conversations we had here. Obviously, you guys have your show and you guys have had the Isimo, and now you have Soul Primos. But for some reason, anytime we're here, we like spiral into these deep conversations.
Yeah.
And it shows a different side of you guys, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like we've come to appreciate that, and we know a lot of people look forward to that too.
Yeah.
Even though it may be through humor, or it may be through a serious situation, you know, or a story like you just shared right now. People don't even hear that shit.
Yeah. But I think that's what we love too. Like we try to be as fun as we can, but like we don't try to force you either. Like sometimes we'll just talk about shit in our lives, and we try to be as, you know, vulnerable as we can and open as we can. And then, you know, when we do that, people like from that like the show, that support us, will send us messages about similar experiences and that's what it's all about, man. I mean,
like Joel and I are very private in our personal lives. Very, very private. We like, and we're quiet too. Like we're quiet and private and stuff like that. And we say stuff in the podcast. It's therapeutic for us, and it's therapeutic for the listeners as well. Like the story I just mentioned, I didn't tell anyone except for my girl and Joel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and the fact that I just told it right now, like, like you're right. People need to fucking hear this shit, dog. People are fucking. Yes, people that are going through it, they need to hear that. But the people that are the loved ones of the people that are going through it need to fucking hear this shit as well. And that's why I felt like the need to say it. But in our personal lives, we're very private, very fucking private.
Yeah, and that's what I love about podcasting. There's so many things we've both said that I'm just like, damn, I can't believe I fucking said that. Holy shit. But whatever, post it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then like with like regular friends, I wouldn't never think about saying that shit. But I just know that, you know, if we're open and specific with what we're feeling, it's gonna reach more people, you know. So
you said you wouldn't open up with your personal friends. So why is that? I mean, I would feel that you guys would feel more comfortable with your personal friends than with each other, right?
Well, I mean, platform?
But now that you guys know each other, obviously you guys, you know, fucking.
Well, connected. I mean, I guess with like people I grew up with, like obviously me and him share shit a lot to each other, like when we meet up and shit. I guess with people that I grew up with, it's like now I don't know. And that's a good question too. Feel like I mean, BP homies.
Do you feel like they would judge you? Like, do you feel like is that an insecurity? Like oh,
I don't know, because I have my BP homies. Like I'd say out of like there's like 4 main ones that I'm so cool with this day. I'd say like one, and this is the one that went to Penn State. Like it's also like it's a homie, it's a girl, it's a homegirl, right? She's very intelligent. So the other ones are just like trying to party and this and this and that. This one's actually a friend that I can like talk to, and we talk about family. We have similar experiences, right? Where like, you know, her mom is like got into drugs. It's very different, but like the relationship with our parents is it's not as great, especially growing up, right? So we have similar backgrounds, so it's easy to connect with each other, right? And then she's very intelligent, so it's easy to talk about other shit besides like the nonsense. Like sometimes when you talk to people that you grew up with, it's all about like, hey, what's this guy doing? He got with who? Oh, they got married? Holy shit. It's more judgmental. It's more like gossip, right? It's more gossip. Yeah. Whereas like with her, it's always like, hey bro, like how you relationship with your sister? Like, is she cool? Like, and it's well, you know, it's like more meaningful. You know what I mean? So it's very selective, but I still appreciate that too. You know what I mean? And the other friends, like they're now, I can't get as deep with them. And sometimes, you know, it's like sometimes you have friends. For them, it's just like, hey, I don't want to think about anything. I just want to go out and party, have a good time, and talk shit, and just laugh. You know what I mean? And that's important too. Yeah. I don't. Most of the time, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm sad because of this. Because most of the time, I'm not really sad. I'm I'm a pretty happy dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just want to go out and have fun. But I know, and for me, that's a fine. I know who I can go to if I want to talk about like shit that really bothers me. Yeah. And I think that's cool. I think that's fine. Not everybody you meet in life, no matter how long you've known them, you're going to be able to fucking fully be your vulnerable with. And that's okay too, man.
Yeah. I think I don't share anything with anyone. So like my friends don't know anything.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't know. That's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like, even if they do ask me, I'm like hesitant to fucking saying shit like that. I've always been like that ever since I was a young boy.
That's funny because you guys fucking don't portray that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you saying like, oh, I don't really open up, or I don't really. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're like fucking. Not that you open up to us.
Yeah.
But it's like, just your personality is like,
Yeah.
okay, like this fool.
Yeah.
He's he's trusting.
Yeah. So that, yeah, exactly. So I talk. I'm very vocal and I love to connect, but and I ask questions, but it's very difficult for me to open up myself.
Gotcha.
And the reason why we're opening up is we've known you guys for a long time, and this is an artistic platform. You know what I mean?
Also, yeah, this says something about you guys too.
Yes,
Like it's
yes.
also like about you guys. You guys, even when we came here individually, like when the first time I met you guys, I was nervous, but then like the podcast was really fucking cool and it was a good time, and then I feel very comfortable around you guys, and I'm pretty sure Melvin felt the exact same way. Felt comfortable with you guys. So
100%.
it's not just about us; it's about you guys, kind of like making us feel comfortable and shit. You know.
I got a quick question. Is that why last time we talked about like friendships, right? That you look forward to new friendships every couple of years, and it seems like you're always shifting.
Yeah.
Is that part of the reason? Because you're scared to open up?
I think it is. I think it is because like it's still.
Is that an insecurity? I should
That
say.
is, yeah. I will say like every 2-3 years, I always find myself in different social circles and stuff like that, and I think it's because of that. I think friends are just like, I think people just need deeper connections, and I don't allow that with myself, and I think every time people see me after not seeing me for a long time, it's always love, and it's always Melvin. I'm hard to miss too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I'm in public and stuff like that, especially in LA, like people, I just hear I'm with my girl or family, people, Melvin. I always have to be like, who the fuck is that? And then I see them, and it takes me a minute to register. I'm like, oh shit, it's so and so. You know what I mean? And I think that's it. I think it's like one of those things where people have a need for deeper connections.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because I always watch like Friends or How I Met Your Mother,
Yeah.
things like that, where these friends were like family. And I always yearned for that. I always wanted that. But I don't allow myself to fucking
That's what I was going to say. Do you self-sabotage? Because, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those things like, bro, I didn't even want to tell Joel what happened. That story that I said. Only reason, I don't want to say the only reason, but like part of the reason why I told you is because we had to record an episode, and I didn't want you to be like, why the fuck is Melvin being weird right now? Why is Melvin late right now? Like, what the fuck? Like, what? I'm just like, dog, I just had one of the craziest nights of my fucking life last night. But I assure you, I think I would have told you still, even if we weren't doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I think I would have told you. But my younger self probably no. My younger self, I would have just kept it by myself, and it would have affected me negatively.
Yeah.
It would have been something that I struggled with until I fucking finally popped and burst and spazzed out. People were like, "What's wrong with you?" And then I would tell them, and they'd be like, "Why didn't you say anything?" And then I'd be like, "I don't know. I don't know. I didn't fucking say anything."
No, I feel you on that because I've always felt like it's not your problem, it's mine. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's mine to deal with.
Yeah.
So that was my mentality before, but now it's like...
Yeah, and it's like, it's one of those things where like it just, dog, it's like, this is not the first time. I don't know why it keeps happening, but, I don't know. It's one of those things. And yeah, like you said, you brought it up. Like I always have like these like new friendships. Like there's some friendships that have stuck, but every 2-3 years, bro, it's just like this ever ending cycle of a new place in my life and new people in my life. And one side it's cool. One side it's cool because like nothing ever feels stagnant, and I always get to meet new people and get close to new people. But on the other side, it's just like, why isn't that person still in my life?
Yeah.
But God and the universe have a way of fucking keeping you moving.
Well, sometimes you outgrow people too, man.
Yes.
Like, okay, so we did a stream one time, and then my homie from which is one of my close homies, she invited me to her party. And then in that party, there was foods that I went to high school with, right? And so one of them was like my best fucking friend, right? All of high school, all of college, and we would go everywhere together. And he was saying wild shit at the fucking party. And it just reminded me like, yeah, some people you just fucking outgrow. Yeah. And you're acting the same way you were acting when we were fucking 18, 19. And I was kind of embarrassed. I was like, hey, bro, my bad. These fools, it was not Puente, but it was like, these are the PP homies and shit. I was like, hey, bro, my bad, dog. This, he should be saying this shit, but these fools are fucking stupid, man. And it's like, for me, it was embarrassing because, maybe when I was 18, I'd be like, right? But now that I'm fucking 28, almost 30, it's like, you have to mature and you have to grow up. And you should want to be a better person and more adult, a more grown-up version of yourself as you reach this age. So you see someone acting the same way that just to try to, because they think they're funny, and you're just like, bro, what are you? You're embarrassing. Like this, and not like embarrassing to me. I'm just like, bro, like grow up. Almost the shit that he was saying was fucking ridiculous, bro. It was stupid as fuck. And like not just trying to be silly, just like, all right, bro, that's like race. That's like chill, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of you meet people like that. I mean, you grew up with them, and like that was my homie, like I said, for a long time. And after a while, like I'm like, oh, you're still in the same place mentally, emotionally, and like I've been blessed to fucking meet new people, different background, different everything. So it's like I just grew up a little bit, you know. And there's some people you meet in your hometown, or they just stay the same way, and then they look at you like, oh, you think you're better? I'm like, I don't think I'm better than you, but I'm like. Bro, I did grow up. You know what I mean? I grew up. I think
technically I am better than you.
No, like I'm not like I'm still an idiot, but I'm like I guess more mature and just like I don't know. I'm just I'm not better. I'm just saying I'm more mature, and like you'd want to be more mature at 28. Not saying you have to be serious or anything, but I'm just like, bro, you talking like an idiot. You're talking like you're fucking.
Back in high school,
you're on Twitter in 2011 or some shit.
Yeah.
Stop saying what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like you said, they say, oh, you're lucky and shit like that.
Yeah, I hate
like
that shit. I'm like,
lucky ain't have nothing to do with it.
it's like, do you know what I put in work to fucking get here? But
hey, one thing though, like we're talking about, everybody shared so far, and we're not gonna let Melvin skip this one. You got to talk about your insecurities.
Oh yeah, baby.
Even though you don't like sharing, he's just trying to like divert the conversation.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Let me see. What is
My insecurity, my fucking nose. Fuck off. I told you this before. Bro, as soon as I become a millionaire, I'm giving myself a petite, cute nose.
I will
You want me to be vulnerable? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I will add on to this. So
What else do you want me to fix about
everything? Your attitude. No, fucking, we're doing Soul Primos. He shared this.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, you do your nose, I would do my hair. I'll get a hair transplant. You know what I'm saying? I got a hair transplant. But the older I get, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, maybe you should get a nose job.
Yeah, bro. Like, look at this. Like, I got a fucking hook
bro,
nose.
you look fine, bro. You look like Hugh
man.
Jackman.
No.
Hey.
Yeah.
You look like Paul Dano in Prisoners.
Yeah. No. I want to get like a nose job to fucking just
Have you
cool
seen a
this
nose
down.
job? A rhinoplasty? Have you seen the operation?
Yeah, I
terrible.
watched the reality show called
Botched?
Yeah, I watch that show all the time.
If you guys have seen a nose job,
no.
I've seen it.
bro, they open you up and then like this part, they get like a fucking, I forgot what
They
tool it
fucking
is.
get like a little chisel.
Yeah, they just
go
scrape
bing,
it.
bing, 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 and yeah. You just hear.
Oh my god, it's fucking.
But you're asleep, right?
Yeah. No, you're awake going, oh shit.
No, because
That tickles.
for a vasectomy,
Oh,
they're supposed to. They told me you're gonna be awake through the procedure.
Yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck would I want to be awake? Why can't you put me to sleep?
Yeah.
They put your dick to sleep.
I know.
I know, but
You're awake for that shit?
I haven't gotten it.
Oh, you got hard during your vasectomy?
No,
Bro, that
He
shit.
gets turned down while
You
it's
suck
going
that
down.
shit or what?
Nah, fuck that.
Hey, suck the vasectomy.
Hey, suck that shit. Suck my cum out of here.
So is that the only insecurity you got? The nose?
I think the nose, yeah. I mean, obviously, like I've gained weight. I've gained a lot of weight since like since the pandemic, since the beginning of the pandemic. I literally gained 100 pounds. I used to be 100 pounds lighter, and I realized that like people treat you differently the heavier that you are. Guys are a lot nicer to you. This is like one of my bits. Guys are a lot nicer to you when you're fucking bigger, and girls are nicer to you when you're slimmer.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's normally how it is, right?
Dude,
But I've seen it firsthand, and I'm just like, bro, I'm still me. I'm still Melvin.
I've seen pictures of him when he was like skinnier and younger and shit. I honestly think he looks better now. It fits him a lot more because he's so fucking big and
So
tall.
you didn't know him? He was skinnier.
I didn't know him. I met
think
him 2 years ago.
We met 4 years ago.
Okay.
He met me when like the initial weight gain.
So 2020,
20
21.
Yeah. So like when I was in college, bro, I was like,
Well, you were a
I can
basketball player, right?
yeah. So I can still dunk now, but when I was in college, I'd be able to do like 360s. I'd be able to do like off the backboard or fucking bink that shit. Right now, I could just do a regular dunk.
You got to do it girls ball? Girls basketball?
No, dog. I think like no.
I always needed a girls basketball to dunk. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, really? Yeah, no,
Wait, how
no.
tall are you?
6'1.5".
I
6'1"?
use,
I thought you were
uh,
like 6'4". You feel tall.
He's 6'4".
I'm 6'5".
6'5".
What would you call it? No. I never used I don't have to have a girls basketball to dunk. That's just your regular men's
All
basketball.
right. Move on from
You
this
know,
topic.
Olympics level
Olympics
basketball.
level.
Hey, are we doing no munches today?
No, we're gonna mix it up. But I got one question though, like
Yes.
because it's been a thing for us, right? Can you guys see yourselves without Soul Primos?
I mean, what?
Can you imagine your life without Soul Primos? Can you imagine a life without podcasting?
Shit.
I think right now we're so deep in it. Like we're so deep in it. We have such large goals for ourselves, and we've kind of like planted the seeds for a lot of things. I would be devastated if we didn't do So Primos
Bro,
in
honestly.
the next couple years.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, bro. Like, I can't, like, it's hard, especially, like, dude, like, we've said this before. Like, sometimes, like, bro, our schedules are so crazy, and we still make it an episode every week, and we
Yeah.
try an intro every fucking week. And this is with, like, limited time. Like,
Yeah.
imagine when we talk about it all the time. Like, imagine when we can, like, dedicate more time and,
Yeah.
like,
And we start monetizing and
and we
get
have a,
sponsorships.
we have a set schedule, like, a full day for something. Like, dude,
Yeah.
this is just the beginning, man.
It's just the beginning for
It's
us.
just
I
the
think
beginning.
that's we're like even less than the beginning. We're in such the seed is still in the dirt right now.
Yeah.
That once it starts sprouting, bro, I think it's over for all these motherfuckers, dog.
Yeah.
And I think like same with Sisko and Mike and PLP and Kickback Crew and IE and Friends. I think it's just the fucking beginning for all of us.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dude, yeah.
I think like we're gonna be the new wave, even though we've been doing it for a minute. We're gonna hit the mainstream in the next couple of years, and we will be the new wave. I
Yeah.
assure you. Yes.
I can't stop. My dad's gonna get mad at me.
Yes.
Pinche huevón, no está trabajando, duro.
estaba haciendo true crime.
Te dije, estás perón, ya no eres perón, güey. I'm like,
What about you guys?
Honestly, I think that's the reason why I ask it, because I love this. I love, like, I love sitting down. And although we can have these conversations outside of the podcast, right? Like, we developed a friendship. Like, I love this part of it where we can talk. And I've been more vulnerable on the podcast, and he's been more vulnerable. I don't think, like, you talked about crying to each other, right? I don't think we cried in front of each other till the podcast. And we've
No, I
known
cried
it.
to you before.
Yeah, but drunk. You're talking about drunk crying, and, like, you know what I'm saying?
Still
Like, I'm
counts.
Well, that we were drunk when we
Okay, all right.
Okay,
all right.
We were sober when we cried.
obliterated, bro.
We were very inebriated when
Yeah,
we fucking
and we
cried.
had like Vicente Fernandez in the back,
Yeah,
you know, so
yeah,
it just makes it
yeah.
emotional.
But that's
I'd rather you-
honestly, hey, that's the best time to cry.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we're listening to music,
I think that's
drinking.
the only time to cry.
Bro, yeah. If I'm sober, I'm crying about it. I'll
Bro,
be like, hey,
I
my
almost,
bad, bro.
I ran into the freeway.
Oh,
drunk.
But you weren't crying, fool. You were running
No,
into the
bro.
freeway.
Wait, you went to the
I was
opposite side
very
of the freeway?
emotional. Huh?
You went to the opposite side of the freeway?
He was
No,
running.
Running. I was gonna run into the freeway.
Yeah, he was fucked up on his birthday.
What was this?
Like,
Wait, this
like
last
10
birthday?
Nah, like 10 years
Oh,
ago,
10
12
years
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so like for me, it's been like, I love this part of it, but then it's hard because we want to be consistent, you know? But it's just like, we have so much going on that it's like,
Yeah.
damn, like it's hard, you know?
Yeah.
And we've had to take this time off. And I want to continue it. Like, I can't imagine myself without doing it, even if it's not full time. But I know that it requires it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we need to produce, and I think that's where it gets like a little hard. And maybe now that like I don't have as much going on, like I have to travel. My travel's more consistent now.
Yeah.
But like, there's still life factors that like impact that, and I don't know. Like, I really want this to continue, and I know that if like we've talked about it when we put into it, we didn't have any platform. We weren't experts in anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never been in entertainment.
Yeah.
I've never worked with comedians. I've never worked with a camera. Like, all the shit that I do now is things that I've picked up, So, and I want to continue that. And I hope that there's a future in it, too, like, even if it's on the side. But yeah, that's where it's been consistent. And I hope to continue it. I don't know how Mike feels. I know that life gets hard and life gets complicated,
Yeah.
but in some form or fashion, I hope to continue it.
Dude, we got to put Mexican Latinos on the map, bro. And I know this might sound stupid, but like, I feel like this might sound stupid. I feel like a lot of like people that like, Latino podcasts are like these street foods and this and that, whatever. But like, I just want to show that Latinos can be creative, they can be artistic, they can be smart, they can be fucking so many other things, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to be fucking.
Let's go get tacos and Avenue
Yeah.
66.
Sometimes I'll see like these brands, and then everything's like, oh, taste different types of avocado, and it's like, oh, I don't like Tapatio, I like Valentina. And I'm like, bro, we don't all sound like that. We can just like fucking be that, bro. So we can be creative and smart and intelligent and eloquent. We can be talented. We can be fucking do this, fucking veteran, fucking engineer. We can fucking do all these fucking crazy things. We don't have to be just be like, hey, where's the cilantro?
Or it's like,
at,
bro, you gotta get the young G's to give you street cred food. Like that's respect, bro. We all come from fucking shitty neighborhoods, dog.
Yeah.
We don't talk like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we there's more to life than our neighborhoods, dog. Like it's frustrating. And I agree with your sentiment of like, bro, it's our responsibility to fucking show the world, because it's not California, it's not America, it's the world. That like, bro, there's more to Latinos than just fucking the shits that's fucking out there, the corny hack shit that is out there, bro.
We can just be funny. It doesn't have to be like, hey, Latinos be like, it could just be fucking.
You ever get hit with a chancla? No, dude, shut the fuck up.
You can just be funny.
You know what's funny? That all the people you brought up right now, the community, the Mexican Latino community, podcasting wise, I feel like everybody brings a different aspect to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's a trip, because like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like, I don't know what we bring, and like, we may not be like that, or, like, I don't know. I don't know
you're
what people
a fucking
think.
engineer, though.
Yeah, but
And you're a fucking Marine.
I know, bro. That's fucking
What the fuck?
What are you guys talking about, bro?
but like we like to think sometimes we talk about it, like probably nobody listens, but whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody brings a different aspect, you know, or a different generation, or whatever it is. So it's been pretty dope. Like, I feel like, I don't know why, for some reason our shit start off funny and then they can go anywhere. You know, and I feel like everybody brings a different dynamic. And like you said, I really hope like everybody fucking blows up and becomes mainstream, because I feel like the community that's been built, it's kind of authentic too.
Yeah. And I think, like, especially with the podcasters that we all know, I think, I'm in comedy, but like in a different way. I'm like the behind the scenes guy. So I see a lot of like shit behind the scenes. I see a lot of hate as comedians, and a lot of just like, hate, I guess I'll just say hate that comedians have for each other. With the podcasters, I think it's a much more positive space, at least from what I've seen. Like you guys, us, PLP, IE, and friends, and like maybe like the Kickback crew, and like maybe like the Brown Bag and those like really famous are very different in their own league. But like, as far as I know, like we all fuck with each other. We're all cool. We're all nice.
We have a community, and like we all bring something different to the table. Like you just said, PLP brings that like, oh, hanging out with your boys in the garage,
it's
vibration. It's awesome.
Dude.
Kickback crew, they're young kids that are just excited for the world. And
they're into the supernatural.
Supernatural, they're so nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're religious too, which is I love. And like, and then you have IE and friends who's they're building the whole empire out there, and they rep IE so hard, and it's beautiful. And then you got us. I don't know what the fuck. We're still trying to find our identity, but our identity is like filmmaking and comedy and love and primos. Like we're all primos, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we have soul Primos. That's why the name is so fucking. It means a lot to us, because it's just like we're Latino, but we have soul. We have a lot to say, and we're supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we have love for everybody. It doesn't matter fucking who. You don't have to be.
You don't have to be Latino. Anybody.
And we just try to be as creative as we can, as fucking artistic as we can.
Yeah.
And like Latinos can fucking do that, man. They don't have to fucking just be like what we say, like, hey, what's up, food taco?
Fuck Joe Rogan. Nah. But what about you, Mike? Can you envision a life without Sisko and Mike?
Oh, chill.
He's drunk.
He's crunk, bro.
Yeah, but no, 100%. I always want you to be honest.
I can. Yeah, I don't think that this is gonna last forever.
I think we can all envision a life without it. But I'm saying, do you think like you would want it to, like, like, fuck, that's it. I just can't continue.
No, I think that we can move on to different things. I think that Sisko and Mike could be something that we do for a while, or maybe not. And I've always told you, fool, like, you have your vision, and I feel like I have a different vision. And if at one point those visions don't align,
of course,
I'm gonna going my way with no hard feelings.
If he's trying to start his own show and shit,
That's making me sad right now.
Yeah, Mike and Ike.
Hey, you guys hiring?
Like Mike, fool.
No.
You're making me sad right now, dude.
No. I'm just
You're like, I'm gonna leave. I might leave
I
next
need more
week.
whiskey, man.
Huh?
You're like, I might leave
Tomorrow.
next week. I might fucking.
No, three times
Get
this
to the
conversation, fool. To me, it's a difference. You get out of this podcast something different than what I get out of it.
Yeah.
So, you know,
What do you get out of it?
right now it's fucking hot, and I've been struggling for the past fucking hour.
No, but in general.
You don't even sweat.
And I don't got a fucking AC.
You're not even sweat. I haven't
I know,
seen one
bro.
drop of sweat on your
You have
forehead.
no fucking idea. This fucking Spanish.
I think it's in your mind, fool.
Yeah,
I think your soul is hot.
Imagine yourself
I got,
like in
I got
Canada.
a hot
right
ass
now.
drink.
There's cold ones in the fridge.
Yeah, you're looking in the wrong area.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
Heat rises. Fool.
Nah,
He
My
just needs his
little
pillow. He needs his
Next to the sun,
No,
next
no.
to the window, bro. Come on. What do you
Yeah.
cook?
But go on.
What do you get out of this podcast?
I get to meet interesting people. I get to see different perspectives
Mhm.
that I
That's
I
the
might
same
have
thing I
not-
take away.
Yeah, but I don't. But you see it as therapeutic. To me, it's more like, okay,
Therapeutic in the sense that I'm learning. I'm constantly learning from different people and understanding that, like, although my struggles might be my struggles and they might be magnified, that there is people going through bigger struggles and they're dealing it with a lot better than I am. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me be like, dog, like I can get through this.
he asked me a question, but
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
No,
Sorry,
what is therapeutic for you? What do you like?
This is not therapeutic for me.
No, but what is?
Getting your dick sucked.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, your nipples.
Hey, nipples,
No,
son.
no,
Hey,
no,
nipples
no, no.
twisted. Fucking shit.
No, I mean, like I started, like I told you, I started getting back into filming,
Yes.
and it's like I got a gimbal.
Creating is therapeutic for you.
Creating.
Mhm.
I just did Photoshop. He always gets on me, and I know he's gonna say like, "Oh shit." He used to get on me for not creating the thumbnails, for not helping out with the podcast, in the sense like artistically, right?
Oh,
But, and I know I thought about it when I sent it to him. I almost didn't even send it to him. I created, I mashed up a photo of like Kobe Bryant, downtown LA, and then a sports card shit that they use. I mashed it up and it was sick. I'm like, holy shit! Like if I print this out, I could make some money. But I created it, right? I sent it to him, and then I did one of Jordan. And I was doing a Conor McGregor. Basically, I was fucking around with Photoshop.
yeah.
And I get like it's the feeling I get from creating what I created. It was like holy shit, and I know that he wants me to do that with Sisko and Mike, but sometimes like what he wants and what I want is totally two different things. So it takes the fun out of it. You see what I'm saying? So like if he tells me, "Hey fool, work on this," and then I'll send him my take, and we've had this conversation before. He'll be judgmental on it or critical on it. And I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna fucking do it. Then just you fucking do it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree with him, and he's right. But I will say this, and I've explained to you, like our communication got better, right? For me, it was like this guy is creative. Like, he's fucking creative. When he said that the shit that he made, that he created recently with Photoshop, what did I say? Hey, print that shit out for me. I told him that shit's dope. So I tell him a lot of his shit is dope. I used to be like a fan of his fucking photos, and I get on his ass. I'm like, fool, you got to get back in the game.
Yeah.
You're a good ass photographer. So when he tells me these things, I want to do this, I want to do that. For me, at this point in time, it's like, all right, like enough with the talking.
Do that shit.
Do that shit, dog.
No, I know, but
And he knows it, and I've
I feel
explained
like
that to him.
he wants me to incorporate it with this, and it's like I told him. And I think you mentioned it earlier, that fucking distance barrier. It's like you got to drive out to fucking Covina, La Puente, Ballin Park, wherever, right? And you're like, fuck. Sometimes like today, I was like, fuck, do I really want to drive all the way over there for an hour? Or do I not? Like, are we really gonna? Sometimes we come here, like, luckily today we had you guys, right? Like, you guys decided to come out. Sometimes we're like, hey, let's do one together. And then we get here and we waste 3 fucking hours thinking of what we're gonna talk about. And it's like, well, it's not 3 hours. It's not just 3 hours. It's an hour plus 3 hours plus another hour back. That's a 5-hour day for me. To you, as soon as you get off here, You drive 15 minutes on the road and you're home. I still gotta get home. You see what I'm saying? So that's all the things like I question. Like, oh shit, like it's kind of like, is it worth it? Is it not? What are we gonna do? What are we really doing? And I'm not saying that we're not doing nothing right. I'm just, you ask me my honest opinion. That's
Oh,
just
yeah.
my opinion.
And we've talked about this before.
So
Like,
I do get the pleasure of us talking. You know, like right here, we opened up. I mean, I opened up about my failed marriage. You opened up about your dad. You know, you opened up about your life. He's opened up about his life, and it's cool. I love that. But at the end of the day, also, it's like there's other shit that you're like, okay, well, maybe this, maybe that. You know.
Mhm.
So would I be able to live without this? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's not something that like he has a passion for this. This is his. Obviously, this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for him.
and it goes back to the same thing, and I've talked about it with him. I've talked about it on the podcast. A lot of the frustration initially was that the fact that I felt like it was becoming a job for me because I would have to, I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna set up, I have to put the lights, I have to edit, I have to do this and that, you know? But then I also understood his perspective where it's like, bam, you're this and that. So for me, it's always been like a creative. Like, I wish I was as creative as him with certain things. I make videos right now, like, you know, and I'll send it to him. Like, I just recently made one about my trip. And I sent it to him, and he's like, dog, if you do this and you do that, it's going to look so much better. And he's right. And I do it, and damn, you're right. You know? So for me, it's like, dog, you have so much creative juice that you can exert that energy into so many things, you know? And that's what I tell him. Like, even if it's for Sisko and Mike, even if you're out in Redlands, you can do shit and it's still Sisko and Mike.
Let me ask you a question. And I'm not drunk anymore. The
Yeah.
bus went away.
I was just sobered up.
I fucking
2 minutes ago, he's like, I can live without this. I don't give a fuck about none of you motherfuckers.
That would be straight up.
Yeah.
The fucking
Venom
heat,
right now.
the heat is bringing it in me. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, do you need some water?
No, I need a fucking AC, dog. I need to be shivering and shit.
Okay.
Anyways,
You need to be shaking.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Truthfully,
Sure, yeah.
would you get mad if I started a podcast on my own?
No.
Be honest.
No, 100%.
You're toxic, bro.
We'd be mad.
I would be fucking pissed as fuck.
So check it.
The fuck?
Are you still gonna do Sisko and Mike?
Yeah, of course.
So here's the thing that I've
You're
told
still
him.
making me mad right now.
So here's the thing I told him, because he has other aspirations, right? Like, he has other creative aspirations. Like, he sees a lot of things. He wants to work. He's had his photography page.
Yeah.
He has his Dos Mob, which is like his YouTube for his old
I have a
stuff.
YouTube with like 30,000 subscribers.
What
waiting
the fuck?
for me to fucking revamp
What
it.
did you? How did you get those 30,000?
It was
Copyright issues, but whatever.
So you're not monetized.
You
Like,
stole
no
money.
money.
You stole-
But I got the subscribers.
You started posting fucking Radiohead music videos.
So
I posted a UFC video that I recorded on my phone.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
so he has
You
aspirations.
stole
and-
content.
And
I
he,
did not. I
UFC's,
recorded it live.
UFC's actively suing you right now, huh?
No. Remember? Okay, you guys are active. You like UFC. And shit.
I love UFC. Yeah.
Remember the one fight in Mexico where the girls, her ear was dangling? It was a white chick.
Oh, Leslie Smith?
I can't remember the name. I just remember her ear was
Yeah,
like,
Leslie
tore
Smith.
up, bro.
Leslie Smith, yeah.
And they stopped the fight because she literally had no
Leslie-
ear.
Yeah.
And she was like, si puedo, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I recorded that. Like, I was drunk and I'm watching it live and I have it.
You're in
being
Mexico
recorded.
City? It was in Mexico
It was
City.
Mexico City.
Damn.
And I fucking, at that moment in time, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do a video commentary on this shit and, you know, in hopes
What's
that
your
it hit
YouTube
me.
video called? Oh, YouTube channel called?
Dos Mob.
Two Mobs
Dude, I
Productions.
want to do more.
Two mobs?
I want to do more UFC shit, bro.
TWOMOBBZ.
I think if we all start doing UFC shit, like watch parties, that'll be fucking sick, bro.
But anyways, I put it up. Fool. It blew up. I went to sleep because I was fucked up. Next morning, my phone had millions of notifications for it. It had reached like 2 million views.
I can't find it. Two
Well,
mobs?
they took it down.
Oh.
They took it down. They and I monetized it. That's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have monetized it, I think it would have been cool. But I monetized it because I didn't think it was gonna hit big.
Yeah.
It hit like 2 million views by the morning. I posted it at night because it had just happened. I had more views than the actual UFC highlights.
Damn.
Did you get any money from it?
Okay, initially it said all the money I had made, but because they
took
broke it
everything.
down, they took everything.
How much money was it?
I think it was like 15 grand.
2 million? Yeah, 2 million should be, around somewhere like that.
Yeah, and I was excited. And then when I received the you're being flagged for fucking copyright.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's what happened with one of my M-word episodes with my buddy Angus Cloud. It's at 300K right now, but he got demonetized.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a cent from that shit.
Yeah. So that happened, and I have a YouTube channel on standby with 30,000 subscribers that I want to revamp it to what the fuck I want to do. I just don't know what that is.
So if you would have your own podcast, what would you talk about?
UFC?
I've always said I wanted to do something like this. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like sometimes
Just not with me.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
no, no.
it's sounding like.
Yeah.
I've always said that me and this, to me, the distance kills me.
This is what?
The distance.
Oh.
Like, I want to be able to post as much as you.
You want to have a studio in your house that
I
you just
can.
wake up and just fucking do it.
No, I want to be able to say. I think the fact that I live in Redlands and he lives here, it makes it harder.
But it's one. I will say this: it's once a week, right?
Not even.
No, I want to do. I
Not
want to do it
even.
more.
We do it like twice every 2 months. We record 2 episodes a day.
I'll put it like this: he's at a point in his life where he's gonna have a lot of free time, right? I'm at a point in my life where I'm gonna have a lot of free time, 1 week at a time. If we live close, I think we could create more content than what we're doing right now. The hardest battle right now is that this fool has a business. I have a side hustle and I have my regular job. I have multiple shifts that I do, and it's hard. And then I'm going through a divorce, so I get the kids once a week. Like today, I wasn't even supposed to be here.
So it's not really the product of circumstance. It's your circumstance.
Exactly.
It's not Sisko and Mike. It's
not Sisko and Mike.
your
I'm not bashing that
circumstance.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
oh, this shit don't work for me.
Yeah.
It's more like, fuck. If I lived in the area, what are you doing right now? Let's go fucking shoot something.
100%. And
Let's shoot a quick
we've
video.
talked about creating more content outside of the podcast because
Mhm.
that's where things are going.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need to create.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I I told him, like, don't let the distance create your own content, even if it's over there, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, as long as it's you telling your story, it's still Mike.
Yeah, but
a sense. But I get it. Like, and I've told him, like, here's the other thing that I tell him. He has a platform. He's a great photographer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can create. And I've told him, like, dog, like, you're not taking advantage of Sisko and Mike either. Like, you can literally create more with guests, with people you meet from events, and fucking take advantage of that shit. So, like, I've told everybody, like, yo, like, it's not just Sisko and taking, like, this is my thing. No. Like, make it your guys' thing. Like, I tell Saul, bro, you're fucking learning switching, you're learning audio. You can eventually go somewhere and fucking use that. I tell him, literally every person that sits on the couch that's an actor, comedian, whatever it is, you can fucking take their photos and their headshots and shit.
Yeah, but that, again, it goes back to if I can even commit to the podcast fully, how fuck am I going to commit to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys live in fucking LA. Most of our guests
He lives in
come from
Burbank.
LA.
He lives far as fuck from me.
He lives in BP.
He was like an hour away from me.
But you see what I'm saying, though, right? You see what I'm saying? You're on the road all the time. I think I hit you up about fucking shadowing you. I said, hey, fool, let me shadow you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not
You
because I
left
want
him
to
on red?
fucking.
I said, yeah.
You left him on red? What the fuck?
That's still sent.
I already opened it. Shut
He's too cool for me, fool.
No, it's not true.
I was like, fool, like, you know
Wait,
what
how
I'm
far is
saying?
Rutledge from? It's like 2 hours?
Now,
Nah, it's
An hour.
Hour and a half.
Hey, this guy's making an hour drive, dog.
And I didn't have my transmission was fucked up for what the
Fucking
first
rides.
3 months. The first 3 months that I fucking we started doing
I'll say
Soul
5
Primos.
months, bro. That shit like you got like a month ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically, my as soon as we started Soul Primos, my transmission went out. I got quotes and they were like, 5,000, 4,000. I'm just like,
transmissions are fucking ridiculous.
yeah. And I was just like, and I just closed the studio down, so I had no income, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna let my car sit there for a bit. I have siblings, you know, they love me so much. They'll give me rides, you know what I mean? And that's what I've been doing. Have been doing but that's what I did. Like my little sister, you guys met my little sister.
Yeah.
She fucking drive me that's why she went to the party for your party.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, you trying to go to my homie's Sisko and Mike's house? Like, it's gonna be dope. And she was like, yeah, I'm down. You know what I mean? Like, she that's why she was there.
She's a real one, dude.
Yeah, and like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
my sister drives me.
yeah, I was
She's
like,
OG.
my sister, yeah, she's driving. Hey, get the car, pull the car around. I'm done. And like, she would drive me to Joe's house, and or she would let me borrow her car, or my older sister would let me borrow a car. My little brother would fucking let me borrow his car. Like, and it just showed me. I'm just like, man, I really have people that fucking. I have a community that fucking.
No
can help me.
excuses, Mike. And also, I think the traffic from Burbank to BP is worse.
Every time I get to his fucking house, I have to sit down in his AC for about 5 minutes before he talks to me. Because I fucking hate the traffic. I hate how fucking hot it is. And I don't want to fucking talk to anyone. And then as soon as I'm ready to go, I'm like, Joe, so what do you want to talk about today? And it's kind of like you're like,
I'm always blasting AC. It's always like 64 degrees.
Yeah, because my AC doesn't work in my car. So I'm just like, it's frustrating. But if you want to fucking do it, bro, I think you should just give it your all. And it's just like the building something from the ground up is something that's so pure. And a lot of people will never experience that. Building something from the ground up and then seeing it succeed. It's one of life's many joys that 99% of the people will not experience.
We're coming at you, Mike.
No, and honestly,
Like a joker.
like it's all valid, and I've told him like I get it. Like we can even fucking like I told him now that he has space, we can create multiple studios. You know,
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. So
How would you feel about that?
Look at the money this fool has.
Well, we just take the equipment. We take the cameras. We take the roadcaster.
When we did Isimo, him and Gerardo would bring the equipment to Studio M.
Yeah.
All the equipment to Studio M.
Yeah.
And that was like, it was not as far as Redlands to here, but it was like a 25-minute drive.
Yeah, Gerardo would bring the audio gear. I'll bring like the lights, T stands.
They would put it. He would bring all the T stands and lights in his car, and Gerardo would put up all the sound equipment in a briefcase, a suitcase, and we would fucking do it. And we'd bada bing, bada boom. But it's something that you want to do. If you don't want to do it, like it's something that you have to yearn to do.
Exactly.
You got to think about it all the time. We think about Soul Primos all the time.
Yeah.
When we wake up and we fall
Let me ask you a
asleep.
question. This is since you guys are so motivating, right?
Dang, what the?
Let me get a shot.
Let me get a shot. Let me get a shot.
That was a low-key thing.
Give it to me.
First of all, I'm fucking pissed that you just said that shit right now. I'm gonna take a shot real quick.
Get him a shot.
It's not even about that. It's not even about
Yes,
that.
go ahead, ask.
My question is,
Oh wait, this is the fucking.
how do you guys?
Just fucking open
damn,
the
this was
top.
fucking-
Yeah, just open it from the
How
top.
do you guys-
He was gonna say, "Damn, Joe got a big ass, Loki, bubbly ass."
How do you guys constantly come up with content? Like, how do you stay? Like, how can you say like, okay, I get it, but like I watch your guys' shit. You guys' shit are fucking funny, right? How do you guys don't struggle to like come up with shit?
Of course we do. Of course we do. But we struggle. I want to say maybe 8 times out of 10, it comes to us in a dream. I'm not even joking. Like, here, sit down, bro. Oh wait, wait. Put this back. Put this back. Put this back. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Sisko and Mike and Saul. Sorry, we're alcoholics.
No, we're good.
This is a real fucking.
This is real Soul Primo. Hey, let's get
We're
into
in for 3
it.
hours, fool. So this is
Let's
like
get
the
into it.
fucking-
Well, minus the 30 minutes at the beginning.
I will say this. Before he says anything, I was hoping it was 3 hours. I love talking to you guys. Okay,
Yes,
continue.
Well, we're still gonna go eat after too. So.
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go, let's go.
And it honestly, 8 times out of 10, it comes to us. I think just through our regular lives and our creative lives and the art that we consume. But there's times where we have nothing. Our minds are a blank slate, and we're just sitting there, just like this, quiet for like 30 minutes, and we're just like trying our best just to be creative. Like, fuck, what can we do? What helps is like watching our people we look up to. So, getting on YouTube and watching clips of famous movies that we love and incredible movie scenes, and something through our consumption of art will spark inspiration in us.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And sometimes all we need is a starting point because, we have really good chemistry, but sometimes like we don't want to bullshit. And the beginning of the episode, we need like something to start the spark, right?
Yeah.
Something to start the fuse. So if we ever like are like, sometimes like, dude, last week was crazy, busy, fucking shit happens. We kind of meet up and like, what do you want to talk about? And then we talk about like a starting point, like a topic that we can start off on. And then like, we might not have much to say like before we start, but like we start thinking and then we start recording. And as we start talking, it's like shit, just like we start.
Yeah.
It's all about listening.
We just catch the flow.
Yeah. We listen to each other.
Yeah.
And then we're never like, oh, fuck, what am I going to say? It's like fucking just listen to what he's saying. And then as you listen deeply, you're like, oh shit, I can relate to this and this. And then he listens and I'm like, oh yeah, but also.
Yeah.
And then like that can just starts off the conversation.
It's natural. It's never forced.
Yeah.
We never want to force being funny. It's just like Like what you guys see in Soul Primos, that's literally how our conversations are. We're just like constantly laughing and being like, "You're fucking gay," you know what I mean? Like,
And I will say that it helps not having guests because we don't have to like, sometimes with guests, it's like, the chemistry might not be there or the humor might not be there. Like you guys have different senses of humor. For us, it's just like, it's always just me and him.
yeah. And I feel like, I think it'll work because we will have you guys on. It'll work with you guys. It'll work with POP because we're like real life friends. But if like we had just maybe a guest that we just meet that day.
Yeah.
Because with the M word, with my solo project, there's a lot of times where I just meet them that day, like 20 minutes before we start recording. And I pride myself in being able to connect with them and communicate with them and make it seem like as natural as possible and have common ground with them. So it might seem like I've known them for a while, but that's just who I am.
Yeah.
But I understand doing that on a weekly basis is very challenging. I could see why it'd be fucking draining and shit like that. While when it's just you guys, I feel like you guys can just find your common ground and you guys already know each other. Like with us, like we talk as regular friends. Like, what'd you do last week? Oh, I did this. What about you? Oh, I did this. And in that, we could find a spark. I could be like, bro, I went to this farmer's market, bro. Farmers markets are crazy. And then one of us would be like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Let's talk about farmers market because I have opinions on farmers markets. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or most of the time it's like that. Sometimes we can't get it. So I start scrolling fucking Yahoo News and articles. I just start scrolling and I'm like, holy shit. There are fucking 10-pound rats on the island off of Madagascar because they snuck on a ship one day and now there's 10-pound rats in Madagascar. Yeah. Boom. There it is.
What's good about Melvin is like he can read an article and he just memorize it. For me, it would take a long time. I don't have to read like 14 times. He could just read an article and be like, all right, yeah, you ready to go? And then like he just memorizes the whole shit. And I'm just, it's easy just to like let him take the lead and I can just bounce from that and shit. And then we go to wherever we go.
Bouncing. I think that's the key. Bouncing. Being able to bounce.
So let me ask you a question. What is the purpose of your guys' podcast, according to what you just said?
Our purpose is joy and community and just being your favorite cousin. We all have favorite cousins. I never had cousins in my life. Always wanted to have a cousin. But we're your favorite cousins.
Yeah. And it's also to be funny, yes, that's our main goal, but also, to talk about shit that we grew up with and real shit. Whenever we talk about real shit, it's like we don't feel like we want to be as fun as we can, but we don't feel like we ever force it. Like sometimes we just talk about shit and then we're talking about stuff that bothered us and affected us in life and experiences, and we're okay sitting there and just talking about shit that that is not funny, but it's serious and it means a lot to us, and we're okay with that. We want to. That's what it's like. Soul Primos. Shout out to Yessie Blah. She requested she recommended that name. Yeah. But it kind of, I think it's perfect for us because like even with Isimo, like we had so many fucking people that after Studio M the shows were done, like they would just hang out with us and we would talk, and it was
you guys had a show at Studio M, and we just hung out for hours after. That's how literally all our Isimo shows were like, where it's just like let's just fucking hang out, have a good time, provide a safe space for men and women.
Yeah, and that's what I was proud to is like men, like the homies would come with the girls, and the girls would like talk about this, and that. And sometimes we had a girl homie that would talk about like her experience with men and boyfriends, and we would help her out, give advice, and then regardless, male, female, everybody would give me advice.
We would have listeners, female listeners that would just come by themselves.
Yeah.
When else do women do that? Yeah. But like they felt like they knew us, and they felt comfortable, and they were in safe hands with us in Studio M, you know what I'm saying? In downtown Los Angeles. And it's one of those things where like, bro, we always say most episodes, like, if no one loves you, your Soul Primos love you, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to answer your question, Mike, who are we? What is Soul Primos? Even outside of Soul Primos, Joel and I strive to be the men and the people that we wish we had when we were younger and struggling. That's bottom line, dog. You watch our fucking podcast, dog. You're a cousin. You're a primo for life. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and like we can be fucking, like I said earlier, we're Latinos, but we can be more than just that. We don't have to be put in the box. We can be as creative, as artistic, as funny, as serious. There's no limitations. You know, we can be funny. We don't have to talk about strictly just Latino things. We can talk about human life experiences.
Yeah.
And then we can be as creative as we possibly can.
Yes.
And we're not. We don't have to be put in the box. We shouldn't limit ourselves. We can do anything. Do anything.
Yeah.
You know, we can freaking remake scenes from fucking classic
movies
cinema.
and shit.
We can do whatever we fucking want.
Like we like you know, half of it or most of it, 8% is the podcast episode, but also when we make these intros, bro, it's such a nice drill of creativity. It's like a nice like a practice of like creativity.
Because a lot of times I see skits, and I don't want to talk shit. I see skits, and I see like skits, but it's all like cholo shit. It's all fucking that kind of shit, which is fine. But you know, I grew up in BP, but it wasn't like I didn't grow up in that circle of cholos. And
we grew up watching Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, it wasn't. So that's not relatable. And also,
you know,
I also don't feel like we should all try to be like that. You know, like if you are from the streets, that's fucking then that's you. That's your story. From mine is different. You know, and I want to be as true as I can. That's not how I grew up. You know, I grew up loving cinema, loving photography, loving this, and that, loving music. So this is my version of the Latino experience, you know, like a guy who fucking grew up like everybody else, like not privileged, but also had different interests, love fucking, you know, soul, jazz, fucking blues, not just like Latino music, which is, you know, sometimes I feel guilty of that. I don't really listen to like corridos as much or like fucking Latino music as much. I love like black music, like fucking jazz, soul, blues, and sometimes that makes me feel a certain way about being like Mexican, Latino. Like I prefer that way more, you know. But I just feel like, you know, I just gotta be true to myself, and we don't all have to be what people expect us to be, talking a certain way or acting a certain way, dressing a certain way. Just be ourselves, you know. And if that's different than what people expect of us, that's better. That's great. That's fucking, we're evolving. The perception of Latinos or Mexicans sometimes is like, "Hey, fool, what's up, fool?" You know what I mean? And we're not always like that. I don't want to be put in the box.
Yeah, and I'm glad we found each other because like Joe and I grew up in shit. We grew up in fucking shit. We're not supposed to be here. Joe and I. Fucking statistically, we should be in jail or dead, dog. Like with what we went through, and bro, I grew up in South Central, bro. I should be in a gang right now. I should be the leader of a gang. You know, I should be the most menacing motherfucker on the street. But God and the universe had a different, and our parents had a different image of a different, you know, path for us, and creativity and art really saved our lives. You know what I'm saying? And Soul Primos is our love letter to art. That's what it is.
Oof.
I like
That's
that.
what it is, bitch.
Spitting right here. Go.
I like that. I like that. Like, I don't know. I guess we'll see what the future holds for us. But
Mike is like, I don't want to do this shit no more.
That's my retirement.
You gotta stay. Stick to it.
and I've been honest with him. Like, I've told him, like, for me, it's hard to think about like, fuck. I don't know if I'll be able to run a show by myself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes because of the distance, he's like, just run it yourself. But it's like, I don't know if I'm ready for that, and I don't know if I would want to do that, because like you said, you're bringing authentic situations, right? But you're bringing your personal, and you're bringing yours. Yeah. Even though your stories are different, they're some kind of the same. We kind of grew up like that, so we have a little bit of an advantage, because it's funny because we have our own podcast sessions on the fucking phone sometimes during the week. We fucking talk for an hour, and Saul's on three-way. Yeah. We'll incorporate Saul's girlfriend into the fucking conversation.
And you're like, should we be recording this? Because we have the
no, like for real. We've been on the phone for hours, and then
but then we get here on a Sunday and we got nothing to talk about.
It's could be we overthink the situation, you know.
What the fuck?
So it becomes a thing where it's
simple.
Yeah, but when he gets here, like when he arrived, well, I'm fucking tired. We start talking about the beach. We start talking about this. We just fucking go off. Cameras turn on. What are we gonna talk about, dog?
I think you just have to simplify it. Just one sentence. Like when I do stand up, I don't write out the joke. I write bullet points, and each bullet point has like 4 words.
And you improvise from there.
A little bit, but when I see those 4 words, I already have it. Like let's say like white people at farmers markets. Boom, I already have fucking 17. Like I have 4 minutes to say about this. Talk about this. You get what I'm saying? And it's like obviously it's practice this over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? But like. You just gotta simplify it, dog. Yeah. And you are sunburned as fuck. Your body's very sunburned. Not your face, but your
Yeah,
body.
I wish you. Oh, show that skin,
fuck.
baby.
Like when we walked in, I didn't even want to hug you because I thought it was gonna hurt you.
I am somewhere.
Yeah, you were like outside the window, crawling on the window and shit. I was like, "Hey, Mike, get inside." And you were
No,
like,
he was just like he was like on like a small pillow, but the way cats sleep, like
Yeah, like
with
the
their head in
smallest
their
pillow.
lap.
"Yeah, you were eating cat food and shit."
I will say this: I am jealous of Mike's tan because he's been complimented on his tan quite a bit, a couple of
whom?
times. Remember,
By who? By who?
remember Rosabella? They're like, you got a nice tan.
Ooh, Rosabella.
Who's that?
The
Talk
group,
to
the
us.
music group. They were like, and it's
Los
been a couple of
Tucanes?
people. They're like, hey, you got a good tan and shit.
You do got a good tan, bro.
you gay, bro.
You look good, bro. Is that bad that we say that?
It's pretty gay, but
Wait, what's bad about that?
it's pretty gay.
What's gay about it?
Yeah.
Why you checking me out?
We're observing. We're
Bro,
not
we're
saying we want to suck your cock. We're just saying
Nah.
that you have a nice skin.
We're looking at the color of your skin and we're like, that's beautiful.
It's 2024, dog. We had this
I'm
conversation
fucking with
before.
you.
Yeah, so are we, Mike. We're fucking with you too.
Anyway, you ready to end this? We want.
Mike's ready to end it all.
I want to
Mike's
end
been
it.
there for like 3 hours.
I want to end it differently because you brought up something that, like, soul music makes
Yeah.
you feel a certain way. Different types of music makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's one song right now that just, no matter what time frame, wherever it is, that just makes you feel a certain way?
Oh, this
Whatever
song-
that feeling
This
is.
song kind of sucks. I've been listening to it over and over again.
Which
It's
one?
called Yellow Lead Better by Pearl Jam.
Oh,
That song's
does that
stupid
one
as
go?
fuck.
Pearl Jam.
does.
Oh, the season. Oh, no, what? It's I
No,
can't
keep going,
listen.
keep going.
Yeah, no, I don't-
Luckily, I have Spotify.
Okay,
It
yeah,
tells
yeah.
me
Okay.
what song that I've been listening to.
Okay.
the most.
This is whack, right? There's two songs and they're not really okay. This is like a bad scenario because they're like white people singing this shit. But Yellow
we
Lead
just talked about
Better,
this.
Yellow Lead Better, and then the Strokes, You Only Live Once,
Oh, I
A
like this
song?
song.
Yeah, that's good.
and
I
also
want to hear it though. Let me see.
You Only Live Once. You never heard it?
No,
play-
no,
we'll play
just
it after.
play the song that gets to you the most.
Okay, okay. Dude, I'm shy. Wait. Showing music is very
Okay,
personal.
yeah, I know. Yeah. I'll go before while
Yeah,
you look at it,
yeah.
bro. The song that always, it doesn't matter where the fuck I am, what the fuck I'm doing. If it's on the radio or if it's playing in the speakers, I'm just like, oh shit, hell yeah. And then I could play it millions of times, never get tired of it. Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillas.
Ooh.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
No,
sad.
that's a different. That's the
Oh,
Gorillas, but that's oh my god, I'm blanking out.
Come on, dude.
I got happiness.
That's the Gorillas.
Oh,
The Gorillas.
who-
It's Gorillas.
the one that
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
that way?
yeah. Then the laughing, and then it's like windmill, fall
Yeah.
apart.
Oh,
love
the
forever
river
island. This
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's it right there, bro.
This is mine right here, love.
That's
That sounds
you.
like- that sounds like the basketball.
That's you in the bathroom.
That's a MAGA reunion for it.
This is a Star Spangled Banner.
Bro, that's what was playing when Trump got shot.
This is Chris Stapleton at the Super Bowl. By the song.
That's the national anthem.
Yeah, look.
Oh,
All around. But there's a lot of like Frédéric Chopin, this song called Air.
So you're just going through all kinds of emotions all day.
Yeah.
and shit. You
No,
got all
this
kinds
piano
of songs.
is Chopin.
I think the first time we got drunk, I was at the studio together, and he started playing like a bunch of like classic like Beatles hits and 70s hits,
Beatles always
and then he
do.
started playing like soul crescendo choirs. Remember that?
Oh, dude.
And I was just like, bro, I fuck with this guy heavy, bro. 'Cause I love this type of
Okay,
music
there's
too.
this called His Love Was Always Be. It's a fucking gospel song. Oh shit, it's a gospel song.
It's the emotion, dog.
Gospel, bro.
It's the emotion.
Gospel, bro. It's look. And then
You're
when
just horny.
Have you ever listened to Sam Cooke?
wait. Oh yes, bro. This is like when the choir comes in.
Yeah. So this is what
Ooh.
we've been listening to. We don't fucking listen to that. What's that Texas rapper?
Oh fucking. Louis, what time?
What's up his name? and shit?
What's
That's
that?
Johnny
Heavy
Dang.
40?
That's Mexican OT.
Oh,
Mexican
OT.
OT.
He's pretty good.
He's a Trump supporter too.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he just came out being a Trump supporter.
What about you, Mike? What song is the one that
I got a bunch, but
I don't want to play it.
Tupac, that's why I fuck your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
First off, fuck your bitch.
Yeah, another fat dick for your motherfucking mouth.
Fat dick, what the fuck?
That's
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
That's Snoop.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
nah, mine's
I
this
made it
one.
up.
Yeah.
Mine's this one. See if you guys know who it is.
Queens of a Stone Age?
Oh, no, this is
Is that Blink?
Rage Against? Rise Against? Nickelback. System of a Down.
Brokeback.
Oh, shit, bitch.
Damn, you're showing us a side of you we never seen.
Who is this?
It's Nickelback.
Stain.
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 Dude,
Listen to the song.
he had some deep ass songs.
Listen to this shit.
Ooh. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I would give everything up to be a really good musician. Would you guys do the same thing?
Bro, I think, like I said, I like,
Said no.
like
Not from a
bro,
musician.
music has been, I don't know, that music fucking, it can touch anybody.
Bro,
No matter
exactly-
who you
exactly.
are,
It's-
no matter what you believe, like just, I don't know.
I think music is the most powerful art. I love cinema. I love
Yes.
photos. I love film.
Comedy, all that stuff.
Comedy, but music,
Music.
there's something about like you're driving and fucking some guy's fucking out on the seat singing, and you're just
Bro,
like you
music.
feel everything. It's in
Yeah.
your bones and in your soul. You feel it.
Mhm.
You feel it in your whole fucking body.
Mhm. Yeah. Music is so important in my life, bro. I can't even imagine. Like Spotify's been one of the greatest things that I've
Oh,
ever had
shit.
in my life. Where any song that I just think of, or I Shazam a song, and then I can immediately
can look
put
it
it on
up.
my playlist. Dude, music is one of life's most praised treasures, in my opinion. Music is so amazing.
Imagine a world without.
and you hate music, Mike?
Why does I hate music?
Look at the song, John Lennon. Imagine.
Oh, too.
He
It's
literally
corny
says
song.
it.
It's corny
It's
song.
corny song.
It's
yeah,
corny
it
a song,
is.
but he literally says, imagine a world where, like,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, dude,
Living life in peace.
this man has like 7 Beatles tattoos.
I know, I've seen it. There's
Don't
one
show me.
experience that I will tell everybody to do, and it changes your life, and it's fucking weird that I say it like that. But when I was in Chicago, and I tried to take this guy with me when we were over there, and I told him we got to go. You go to Kingston Mines in Chicago, it's a jazz club. It's one of the oldest jazz clubs there.
Ooh.
So you just see a bunch of legends walk in randomly and play every type of instrument, right? You can I would literally just be there, close my eyes, and I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I go. I just fucking
Yeah.
transcend, and I'm just
Yeah.
vibing.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the best experiences
Dude,
ever.
I had the same exact feeling in fucking New Orleans, bro.
Mm.
I was in New Orleans, and there's like this strip of just jazz bars, and then like I was bar hopping, right? Just fucking blues, rock, fucking jazz, and
Yeah.
shit. Just pounding on the street, chugging White Claws everywhere,
Yeah.
fucking. And then I saw this one saxophone player, right? And he had a list of fucking sheets of music, and I was like, "Oh, dude, can you play this song? I'll give you $20." And he played it, and then he just played just for me. And then I was just fucking drunk as fuck, chugging beer. He was playing this saxophone song right in front of me, and I was like, "This is one of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my life."
It's so crazy when you guys say you guys close your eyes, bro. 'Cause I have like long periods of not drinking. I take a long breaks, and the last break that I took was like 7 months. And like the first week, I went out with friends in downtown, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to drink. Am I gonna be able to have a good time?" And I went. It was awesome. We end up at the Wayfair Hotel in downtown LA.
Mhm.
They have a basement where they have jazz night every Thursday and Friday, and I fucking was there, and the music was so great. And everyone's getting lit. Everyone's having a good time, right? It was a regular Friday night. They were enjoying live music. And I'm like, man, I really wish I could drink so I can enjoy this. But I'm like, what? I don't need alcohol. And I had fucking seltzer water. I'm sipping seltzer water. And I go like this and I close my eyes. And just the music just takes me to another level. It's
Yeah.
completely sober, eyes closed. And the music takes me to the level
And you just
that
feel
I
it.
would get
You feel
if
it.
I was sipping on alcohol
Yeah, yeah.
and having a good time, right? You just feel it. It's just, And you can when you say feel it, it sounds like you could feel it, emotion. No, you can feel it on your face.
You feel it on your body.
You feel it on your body.
I feel the goosebumps.
Touching, like the music is touching you. Isn't that crazy?
And he said something one time, and I agree with it 100%. He's like, music is like you time travel.
Yeah, music is the closest thing we have to time travel.
And it's like old friends too, man. Music, some songs are like old friends. You fucking listen to this song,
nostalgic,
and then you realize where you were when you first listened to this music,
who you were with,
who your friends were, and then you get transported, and then next thing you know, you just listen to a song and you're just kind of like reminiscing about the fucking past, bro.
Like Stain, like that song that you just put. Where does that song take you?
That's the song that I want played at my funeral.
Well, that's pretty dark, but
What's it called out, right?
Like, what's the name of the song? Is it a new song? Because I never heard that one.
No, it's been old.
Like, I remember.
What's it called?
Outside. Outside was
to remind you.
Yeah.
Outside was one of my favorites.
It talks about your past in life. Like, no matter it's like my tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
It has a similar meaning.
Yeah.
There's a man standing going up the stairs. There's a door at the end. There's a skull, and this skull is a clock that's broken, and the broken pieces or the broken clock is specific periods and times in my life of shit that's either been good or bad, and I had to keep reminding myself that even though I did some bad shit, I also did some good shit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And at the end of the day, no matter what, I'm gonna reach that same level, which is death. And if I'm not happy, or if I can't even try to find happiness, because I'm not happy right now 100%, right? But if I can't try to find happiness within my time, whether it's at my 45th birthday, 100th birthday, wherever the fuck I'm gonna die, then what's the point?
Yeah.
And the song talks about like dying. Well, to me, it represents death. It's like, hey, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I know that I'm gonna pay for whatever mistakes I made, and I'm also gonna, be remembered for the good times or the good shit that I did. So.
See how creative this motherfucker
That's what I'm
is?
saying, bro. It's pissing me off.
You need a fucking mic in front of you, dog.
Even his tattoo fucking.
That's
had
what I'm
that
saying,
deep
like,
ass
Well, I'm not
beat,
gonna
dog.
put something on myself that
People
doesn't
want to
On your
Yeah,
fucking face, bro.
But
People want to fucking need to hear this.
You never even went that deep about your tattoo to
I
me.
told you.
But you didn't tell me like that.
Everybody that I've talked to that has asked me about my tattoo, I've told them what it means.
You told me,
You're
not
just
like
like,
that.
yeah, it's a tattoo. Get the fuck off me. That's what you
Yeah,
say.
you're toxic, bro.
No, but yeah, dude, people need to fucking hear this shit, dog. I keep kicking this camera. I'm sorry.
But dude, with music, like sometimes like you hear Jimi Hendrix, or even just the instrument itself, like you hear Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, you're just like, oh my god, them shredding on the guitar, it's like they're bleeding, or it's like they're fucking their tears are
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
in this
The
fucking-
lyrics where you hear fucking these songs, bro. System of a Down. You just
Oh,
fucking hear it.
yeah.
and it's
Ariels.
just-
It's one of my favorites.
Ariels, bro. You talking about Ariels?
Spiders.
Spider. Wait, his voice. When a fucking artist is his voice is cracking because he's in the booth just
What's
going
his name?
through.
Sturge.
That's why-
Sturge,
Sturge
that's his
Tanking,
name.
tanking, yeah.
That's why Linkin Park was special.
Linkin
dog.
Park,
Yeah.
dog. Chester Bing, this is his name,
Chester,
right?
yeah, Chester.
Bro, R.I.P. Chester, bro. Like dog. The fact that like the studio version, he's like just spazzing. He's just like going through it, bro. That's when you hear it true. Like Amy Winehouse, bro, she would fucking cry in the booth. Lauryn Hill, all these
Janis Joplin,
Kanye,
bro.
yeah, even Kanye, he's got certain songs where he just spazzes out in the booth. You know what I mean? Like Janis Joplin, bro. Like these artists, and then you see the acoustic version, the live version, and it's the exact same, bro.
Well-
they get they in their mind, they're going through the exact same shit that they did
They
when
lose
they wrote the
themselves.
song.
Have you ever heard a song, for example, one of my favorite songs of all time is from the Foo Fighters, right?
Yes.
Everlong.
Everlong, yes.
Have you ever heard the original, and then have you ever
Yes.
heard the acoustic version?
Yes. Yeah.
Just how it changes so
Dude.
much. Like, I love the original version, but the acoustic version is just like, fuck.
It's so crazy
Oh.
that you mentioned Everlong. I'm sorry. It's
go
so
ahead.
great. Growing up, I used to not like it because it would make me sad. Now I listen to it and I let the emotions. It's such a beautiful fucking song. Such a beautiful song. And talk about, I love the Foo Fighters so much. And one of my favorite artists, and then their drummer just passed. And then they had a song, Learning to Love Again.
Yeah.
And then they're performing it 2 weeks after the drummer died. And Dave Grohl's just crying, bro. He's like, learning to love. He just can't even fucking.
Yeah.
And then his son, the drummer's son, is just fucking boom, 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 like just drumming.
Yeah,
And it's just that's music, dog.
Yeah.
That's fucking music.
it's
One-
beautiful.
One of the groups that I said that I need to watch, and that's one of my songs right now, is Coldplay.
Dude, I love Coldplay.
Sparks?
My God,
Dog.
bro.
Sparks,
Dude, clocks. They got clocks, speed of sound.
Yellow.
The Scientist.
Paradise.
Bro, it's
Have
like,
you heard
dude,
this so much?
I was watching them like
Yeah,
a
I like
month ago,
Coldplay.
bro.
Dude, they're so good.
On YouTube, I watched like their live concerts a month
Yes.
ago, and I was like, dude, this brings me back to my fucking teenage years.
Yeah.
And also, this is like a beautiful. This guy sings like a fucking
Yeah.
angel.
Yeah.
This
Dude,
guy's amazing.
They get a lot of shit for being like, oh, Coldplay's gay. No, dude,
Nah.
Coldplay is so fucking good. There's a reason why they did the fucking Super Bowl. When they did the Super Bowl, I thought it was
I hate
awesome.
when people say COVID's gay, bro. Like, it's like if you let yourself be a human,
Yeah,
you
just let
feel these
yourself
emotions.
feel these emotions, motherfucker, bro.
And
Like,
let this song, let Chris Martin take you on this ride, bro.
I think showing people your favorite, your the music that you love is one of the most intimate fucking
I was about
love
to fucking say that
interactions
shit, bro.
that you could do with someone.
It really is, bro. You know, another band that I love their acoustic performances, Radiohead. Radiohead has like
Radiohead.
is such a master of engineering and producing, but when they perform live, like they have this concert in 2003 in Paris. It was just Tom York and Johnny Greenwood, the guitarist. Bro, it was just them two, and it was like one of the greatest pieces of fucking music I've ever heard. And Johnny Greenwood fucking made the music for like There Will Be Blood, Inherent Vice, fucking a lot of the PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson movies. He's like the score, he's like the composer.
Yeah.
He's fucking very talented, bro. It's incredible.
The music's fucking. It just. Hold on, I gotta make this shit's about to turn off and that. But yeah, music is just.
Yeah.
I gotta put you on something because like I said, the song Sparks is to me right now is like.
We'll play this shit after we're
And-
done right
and-
here, baby.
Rafi Pagan. Have you ever heard of Rafi Pagan?
No.
Bro.
Wait, is
Rafi
he
Pagan.
Pagan.
let me
He's
see, how does he look?
he's Cuban, but he was from like the oldies time, but he was a Latino. So when he was coming up, like oldies back then, obviously it was Motown and, and white people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So he was one of the first Latinos to really make it big. He got killed actually.
For
He
what?
got murdered for performing and shit. But his music and he just represented like fucking. He wasn't scared to show his culture. He'll just jump into Spanish like that.
Bro,
And then just like Sam Cooke, same like his
What's his
emotion.
name?
Ralphie.
Rafi
Pagan.
Pagan.
Rafi Palan?
Pagan.
Bro, so
Yeah,
much of
yeah.
music, like,
And it just gets me, bro. I start washing dishes, like, Alexa, play Rafi Pagan.
dude,
Ooh,
it's
yes.
amazing how much beautiful music has made like black people, African, like Americans, like fucking soul, jazz, blues, like.
well, he looked
rock
black.
is birthed
Yeah.
from there. It's
He,
like
was, he was Cuban Puerto Rican.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. So much beautiful music has all been made from fucking
People of color.
people of color and then whites.
And
just
white
come in
people
there.
too. Like white people with soul, bro.
I will say, like, when you hear like Chris Stapleton, like a white guy with soul, it's
or
like,
the Bee Gees.
bro.
Or Sam Smith.
Oh,
So,
dude,
hey,
you
what
hear
happened
those
to Sam
fools?
Smith, man.
Like
He just lost. He had that gay the gay song, like last year, 2 years ago. What was it called? People said it was demonic. Yeah,
But bro, like,
But he's good.
When white guys have soul, I appreciate that because I know they appreciate the roots of the music.
Yes.
They're not just fucking like, oh, fucking Albert. They're like, no, BB King, Albert King. They respect the founders of blues, of soul.
Yeah.
They respect like the Nina Simone, fucking. They respect like the OGs and OGs.
Yeah.
And they grew up on that shit. They're not just fucking like, oh, well, my influences were fucking Alves and which is one of them, right? But like these other white people that just stole from fucking black African American artists, like even though Alves was legit, Alves was fucking something special. But like there's so many other artists that people that aren't as popular that that get ripped off because these white artists just came in and fucking did their own shit and just built off of that shit because they were white. They got more popularity. And it's a fucking shame, bro. Like, I think blues should be fucking, blues and soul should be pop music now, bro.
They should be. That's American folk music.
Yeah.
That's what America's about.
Yeah.
Soul, and the blues.
That should be pop. Like right now, it's like Latino, like Latin music. Actually, it's like pop music. right now.
Yeah.
Like right before this, it was rap, trap, and fucking now it's Latin music, which is beautiful. Like Latino music popping off is crazy. It's amazing. But like, I feel like a traditional like rap, like a fucking soul and blues, that should come back again.
Just even R&B himself.
Bro, that should come
R&B,
back
yeah.
again, bro.
Yeah.
Like even gospel music should have its own time again, bro. That shit is fucking, dude.
It's a dangerous time right now with
I
gospel.
love gospel.
Gospel
music.
is fucking.
You can appreciate it, but right now.
No, gospel is like, bro, you get a lady doing a crazy vocal run, or a man. You get someone on the organ just being like doing these crazy chords. You get the choir behind, dude. That when like doing the chorus, when like the main singer is going off, the choir's behind them, the organ player's going off. That's some, like, when I listen to that, it's almost like I'm on a drug. It's almost, I'm like, oh my God, dude, it's overwhelming. Yeah. It's beautiful. Thing, yeah. It's beautiful.
100%.
And I have to take a shit.
But anyway, so we wanted to end it a little different with that, you know? Like, I just feel like lately, you know, we talked about music and the beauty of it. And
yeah.
It's just all this emotion we've been talking about today, we just needed to share that. So I don't know if you guys have a jam or a song that just gets to you, make sure you guys let us know and tap it in the comments and shit.
Yeah, man.
But hey, Soul Primos, what else? Where can everybody find you guys?
Soul Primos on Instagram, YouTube, fucking where else?
Spotify. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Soul Primos on YouTube. We love when people watch us on YouTube because it's like they can hear us and they can also see us as well. And they can also see the intros that we work really hard on. And, you know, the intros are just like 1-2 minutes at the beginning. And, you know, and then Childish Movino on Instagram for me, my personal Instagram, and then your personal Instagram.
We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we want to do a carne asada.
Yes.
Once we have
1,000 subscribers, we're going to have a carne asada. You guys obviously are invited, bro.
Well,
it's like,
let's do this because we've been talking about doing a carne asada too.
Really?
We should. True. We should
have
a different one too.
Oh, dude, let's have as many carne asadas as we possibly can.
I have a homie that wants to cook for us at the carne asada. And this guy, his name is Cristo Mercado.
He's a professional chef.
Bro, his food is, he's a legit chef. He's not like, that's not his career or anything, but like every time I go over, he makes fucking dishes, and it's fucking incredible. And I told him like, yeah, once, you know, we're trying to do 1,000 subscribers and we have kind of say, he's like, bro, I'll cook for you guys. I'm like, dude, that'll be an honor because his food is incredible. So we're trying to, once that happens, we'll fucking do it.
Because we did one for Isimo. Like my girl gave me the idea, and then I told you and our other podcast hosts, and we were like, yeah, let's do it. And it was so much fun, bro. Hanging out with the people that listen to you and fuck with you, like, and just eating, having a good time, drinking, in the nature, bro. Like, it was an awesome experience. So
bro,
we want to have that again. But once we hit 1K subscribers on YouTube, and obviously you guys are invited, but even outside of podcasting, let's just have a kind of as friends. Like, you know what I mean? Bro. Like, I'm down for this.
We love you, man. We love you guys.
No, but he had a different idea. Go ahead and tell him the idea.
No, yeah.
I didn't want to crush on their parade and shit.
Go ahead.
Ruin our life, bro.
I've been saying for a while that, you know, like, obviously we've built this community that we all need to get together and like have like some sort of community event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, get together. I've thrown out the idea of a carne asada, or thrown out the idea of like a fucking basketball game, you know, like IE versus LA County fucking podcasters, you know, Latino podcasters, doing something and just inviting a bunch of the fans over and things like that, people that listen. Yeah. So I think that would be dope, you know
We'll
what I
be
mean?
there, baby. Yeah. We'll be there, dog.
So we've talked about that. That's
Mike, can you dunk?
No.
Dunkin' Donuts.
He can shoot. He can shoot loads into women.
What?
Just kidding.
But anyways, we want to thank you guys, man. Like always, it's always a blast, you know, and it's always a twist and a turn. It's always from laughing at something and shit to getting serious to getting emotional.
I gotta stop crying, man. I'm an emotional guy. I don't know why.
Yeah. But it's always a good time, man.
Yeah, dude. Thank you guys for having us, and you guys are cool.
We love you guys very, very much. Yeah. Very, very much. So thank you guys. For
like, will we say I love you after the podcast ends? No.
No.
Yes. Okay, that's weird.
Peace out.
Love y'all. Bye.